you like. Opposite us, what was it, 10?
17, same as my clubs.
17. One for every club. Both teams doing their last minute huddles. Peter, I don't know if I've asked you this, but like Boston is still in their huddle. What's been said at this moment in a huddle?
Do you know what? We didn't really do a huddle, so I've got absolutely no idea, Dale. But I would imagine more of the same. Let's get on the front foot. Things like that.
There we go, that's Peter Costello will be giving us his expert opinion as the evening goes on. It's going to be Woking to get us underway here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Boston United against Woking with myself, Dale Story, as your commentator, and it's Woking that get us underway, shooting towards the end where there's a crowd, and it's Jääskeläinen in his lime green kit but dark green socks that plays the ball on. Grimes wins the first header and heads it out for a Woking throw-in on the halfway line down there right. And it'll be taken in front of those Boston United. Seems to be quite a healthy sized crowd here tonight. Boston United not back at home till a week on Saturday when Yeovil are the visitors, but we have a first throw in here for the visitors, and it looks like it's going to be a long one from Jamie Andrews, the number 6, one of the 3 changes brought into the team today. Since these two have been back at the same level, Boston yet to beat Woking, 2 draws and a defeat when Martin Woods took temporary charge of the Pilgrims. But Andrews will take this first long throw towards the 6-yard box, headed away by Gallagher this time, and Maguire will try and win it, but Andrews heads it back towards the penalty area, and Beautyman gets a shot in from distance, and it goes just over the bar. The goalkeeper was certainly full stretched. It's a goal kick.
And that was a skipper, wasn't it, Harry Beauty? It's a great strike.
He's a good player.
Yeah, it's a great strike. You can see Woking strike away from the kick-off. They're knocking it long. The first throw they get, long throw. That's what can happen sometimes. You just get a couple of headers and it comes out. It's a great strike. Just gone over the bar.
Well, the goalkeeper, Dan Cameron, certainly thought he was troubled. It's a real full stretch dive then. Well, he's all in grey, and we're going to see his first kick in a Boston United shirt. If you're just joining us, signed from Sunderland on loan, the 20-year-old, having had a successful period at Hebburn. They're currently sitting second in the league, that Gainsborough Trinisha in the Northern Premier Division. Foul by Kerson's, free kick for Woking to be taken by Jääskeläinen. We're in the second minute and it's still goalless.
Yeah, it's a needless free kick to give away. It looks like they're all going up again. They're going to lock this ball long this evening. I think they've gone a 4-5-1, Dale, initially the first few minutes.
If they're going to go longer like that, kind of suits Boston with how Grimes and Rooney's been playing.
Yeah, possibly, but again, it is difficult to get that second ball. That's the main thing.
Jääskeläinen with this free kick then towards the penalty area. Boston win the header through Rooney, and it's hooked forward. Bo's going to chase this one, but it will be headed back to Jääskeläinen, who has to sprint to get back into his area, wearing the number 22. Dan Cameron is wearing the number 21 for Boston United, but it'll be Jääskeläinen for the Cardinals to go long, headed away by Carson this time for Boston United, then hooked forward by Ockley, then Andrews heads it on, as does Beautyman. And Woking are looking to try and get themselves through here, and they are actually inside the penalty area. It's a really good save by the goalkeeper, but the rebound is put in. Woking take the lead. The first shot from O'Brien was saved, and then it was tapped in, and it's Boston United 0, Woking 1. I can't quite see who scored.
He did look offside, didn't he? The linesman was almost running down saying, shall I or shan't I? It's a decent first save. First save from O'Brien.
Christian announces the scorer. And it's Ollie Sanderson, he's their top man. And it's his 8th goal in the league this season. And well, Woking have started very confidently.
Do you know, that's what happens. They've just literally, they've not tried to play out from the back at all. They're just getting the ball forward. It's just dropped down to him, got a little bit with the first one, but Dan Cameron did well. He came out and saved it. There wasn't anything can do with the follow-up. They've obviously come with a game plan to get the ball forward as quickly as possible.
Well, we felt Woking would fancy it here tonight at the Jatemans, and they've got the lead as Boston United take the kick-off, and it was Gallagher that ended up kicking the ball out of play. Curzons was well shepherded there and couldn't get his head on the ball, and Caleb Richards, the left-back, will take the throw in here for Woking, leading 1-0, 4 minutes played on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Down the line, and Gallagher, it was Teal that couldn't win that one, but Rooney did well and goes back to his goalkeeper Cameron, who's very unlucky with that goal. But they had 2 men forward, and agree with Peter, it looked like they might be offside, but they took the advantage well as Richards battles away in midfield to win the ball back for Boston United. He's dispossessed, but he's trying to win it back with a slide tackle, but he's crowded out there, Jordan Richards, and Gallagher has to come across and help him, Oisin Gallagher, and does well to find a bow now on the left hand side. Carson offering the overlapping run, and that's where the ball goes. Carson with a low cross, Boston win a corner.
Yeah, Carson is an imitation, does it? Always looks to go forward. Probably a little disappointed with the cross, really.
First corner of the match, and we say how much of a threat from set pieces Woking. Look, we know Boston United are for this. It'll be an outswinger from Matty Carson. Hawula's made a late run to go short. Back to Carson now, and then his cross hits Hawula, but it'll come back to Richards. Now Carson, who's still got a bit of space to deliver across. This one, he's better, but it's headed away by Sanderson. His goal separates the two teams at the moment. Teal, furthest man back for Boston United, plays it out to Maguire on the right hand side. Frankie Maguire goes past Beautyman, does well. Maguire into the area, low ball in, blocked by the first man, headed away by the second. Maguire will try and win this back for Boston. Woking have worked this well, and Beautyman will clear. No, he's dispossessed by Maguire. It's been a frantic start here, and now a bow, and Maguire have won the ball back on the edge of the penalty area towards Kersons, and well, Woking eventually
Maguire's just had
get
about
the ball
10
clear.
touches in about 10 seconds, hasn't he?
And they really struggled to deal with him as Andrews heads away, gets a second bite of it and can't deal with it. Richards prods that through. That's a late tackle there, and a yellow card for Timmy Akinola. It was a late one on Richards. It was a yellow card, free kick
I think he's caught him there. I think it was a really well worked corner to begin with, wasn't it? Matty Carson to Hawula, and then he was trying to pull it back to Frankie Maguire on the edge of the box, and he actually hit Hawula, but he's actually well worked for corner.
So Christian has just reminded me, and it's something he and I were discussing on Sunday. Last time Boston, stick with him. Last time Boston were 1 down in 3 minutes was away at Dagenham on March the 1st last season. Boston won 3-1, and we consider that as a real turning point of their survival last season. So it's not over yet, Peter.
It is a great start for Woking, isn't it?
Really good.
I'm sure the managers will be really delighted with the start they've made. They've definitely got a game plan to go direct.
So Maguire has a free kick. He's going to look to try and get this ball into the penalty area, and that's what he does. Towards the back post, and the flag goes up against Grimes.
Very late flag. It's a great ball in by Frankie Maguire. Not quite sure why Grimes didn't head that towards the goal. Maybe he just got ahead of it. Maybe it was just a touch offside.
Yes, that afternoon at Dagenham, you heard that trailer with me screaming. That was J Rowe hitting the ball in at Dagenham. J Rowe, who got 2 goals in this fixture last season.
I've got very fond memories playing against Dagenham, seeing as we beat them to the title on goal difference all those years ago.
Well, that's, I think, why there was quite a bit of needle when we went down to Dagenham last season, because of that year. Jääskeläinen to take this free kick for Woking, leading Boston by a goal to nil. Goes long, is headed away by Teal, and Kerson's now yet to get involved with the game, but he wins the free kick. I mean, he's the one you're going to man mark, aren't you, if you're playing Boston. Tamworth did a very good job on him in the last home game here. Boston have a free kick inside the centre circle, and it's played out to a bow on the left hand side. We know how good he is. One of the 2 changes made by Boston tonight. Kennebo, he's made himself some space to deliver the cross towards the near post. It's cleared away by Ockley for the Cardinals, and then they end up winning a throw. No, Boston win a throw there. Grimes prodded it forward, and it came off a Woking man, so Carson will take a throw in front of those away fans here at the Jatemans. I think there's more than 17, Peter, personally. I think a couple have walked in.
I think 2 have just come in from having a pie, haven't they?
I've not had one tonight, by the way. Maguire finds Gallagher. Chips the ball out to Teal on the right hand side. It was a strange pass, but it found his man. Gallagher this time plays it more normally to Richards. Carson plays it out to a bow, but that's very well read by the number 2, Aaron Drew. That's going to be a fascinating battle for the Woking right back. And a long ball forward, which Grimes will happily let go through to his goalkeeper. It is still 1-0, and Boston United have responded pretty well to going behind, as Gallagher looks to play the ball forward, but he is dispossessed, and Sanderson finds Andrews now for Woking. Boston have managed to get men back, but there's a really good run by Caleb Richards down the left hand side. But Boston United win the ball back through Jordan Hawula at the expense of a corner.
Tell you what, Dale, when the ball's going forward, the Woking midfielders are pressing really high. I think it's taken Boston by a little bit of surprise, really. You think sometimes when you go 1-0 up, you'll sit back. They're definitely not. When that ball's going forward, the 3 central midfielders are right up there getting challenges in.
couple of early goals in the National League. Boreham Wood 0, York 1. York, who are top and flying, 23 unbeaten at the moment. York, and they lead at Boreham Wood, who are also having a great season. And Wilson are leading Morecambe by a goal to 0. Woking, have their first corner. It'll be Beautyman. He's got such a good delivery. He's in towards the near post, and in the end, Sanderson tried to head it towards goal, and it's come off the back of his head and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, under hit corner. Disappointed with that. It's a great start by Woking on the front foot. Boston just need to be careful. Need to get this next goal. I think it's very important, Dale, that they try and get the foot on the ball as well, because they're just coming here for a battle. Woking, they're getting the ball forward early. They're doing a high press.
Certainly done their homework on Boston United as the goalkeeper goes long. Richards will pick it up in field, plays it forward to Maguire. Can't quite control it, Frankie Maguire, but Gallagher will look to switch it over to the left hand side. It's a high ball for a Bow to get there before Drew, and that's what he does. Kenna-Bow, and he gets past his man down the left hand side. Now comes inside though, Kenna-Bow trying to make space for the shot. Kenna-Bow does so well, and in the end it goes wide of the post. It's great play by a Bow. Woking just couldn't get the ball off him, and it goes quite a way wide in the end, but positive from Boston. 11 minutes play.
Brilliant play. Took about 3 or 4 players, but again, end product, you've got to try and hit the target there. I know he's done so well, the crowd are up, but you've got to hit the target from that range.
And he's certainly going to be you've got him, you've got Maguire, but Boston's certainly got players that can hurt you, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Drew there is going tight in them all, so if he can break that first press, that's when they're going to get some joy.
Jaskalainen with the kick for Woking, a foul on Grimes. He made sure the referee had seen that he was pushed. Boston United have a free kick which Matty Carson will take, lining up with Geordie Wheeler out the right, a Bow on the left, Maguire just behind Kersons in attack, just the 2 holding midfielders instead of 3 from last week with Sloggett replaced by a Bow. It seems to be the more home formation that Boston have played. Greg Sloggett on the bench alongside new signing Luca Barrington. Ball is long towards Kersons, can't quite get that. It's headed away by Richards, and then it's headed into the air towards Kersons. Tried to bring that ball down, it goes out for a corner for Boston United.
Gallagher did so well there, headed it forward, got in front of his man. That's what you need to do as a midfielder. When it drops, you need to pick up those pieces. That's what Woking have done well at the start of this game. They keep picking up the pieces when they go forward, and Boston have just done it to them.
For me, Ocean Gallagher, one of the standouts at Forest Green last week. Best I've seen him play since going into midfield for Boston United, and his pass for Kerson's goal was outstanding. He's one of the many threats that Boston have got from this Matty Carson corner. Boston 0, Woking 1 on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Carson this time would be an in-swinger towards the near post. Everybody missed it, and in the end Woking clear, and they're going to look to try and counter-attack themselves now with Timmy Akinola. He's got a Bow that's gone back with him, comes inside. Richards will win it back for Boston United, and he's forced to go back though to Rooney. Boston United have got their shape back as the ball is back with the goalkeeper Dan Cameron. Long ball towards Kersons, who wins the flick on against Tunji Akinola, and then it's played forward by Woking. That'll go through to Dan Cameron. 13 gone Boston, who travel to Rochdale on Saturday, one of Peter's former clubs, training by that goal to 0 at the moment. It's with Grimes, the skipper, goes for the long one towards Kersons. I think would have been offside if it had come through to him, but he's now back onside as he looks to win. Then there's a clash of heads there between Maguire and Timmy Akinola.
Yes,
the wince from Peter.
Frankie Maguire did well there, just like head collision.
I hope he's okay. He had that nasty head injury a few weeks ago where he was wearing a bandage for a couple of games. Maguire, and they just want to get him checked out. As Paul stood on his touchline, 2 of the coaching staff from Woking are there. They'll be delighted with what they've seen as Maguire. I think it's going to be okay, but he'll have to come off for 30 seconds.
I don't know if he's got a little cut there.
I think you're right. Looks like Maguire actually receiving some treatment. Boston temporarily down to 10 men as Jaskalainen prepares to take this kick for them in the 2 shades of green in his kit. Left-footed long one, is going to reach the penalty area. Boston managed to head away, and then Carson completes the clearance towards a Bowes up there. But Boston United, as I say, temporarily down to 10 as Maguire continues to receive treatment on the touchline. Richards for Woking, looks to switch it across to the far side. That's a really good bit of skill there down the right hand side. Boston have got some defending to do here. There's a cross in there and they're claiming handball, Woking, and the referee not quite sure what to do, and he does give them a corner. Well, they wanted a corner, there was a handball shout, and then also Boston wanted a goal kick. Referee gave a corner.
He just
I have no idea.
He had a guess at the end, didn't he?
So clear the Boston fans didn't agree as Beautyman goes across to take Woking's second corner of the match, as Frankie Maguire is getting bandaged up. His head bandaged as we speak. Here, I hope he's okay. And Beautyman, who did score here in the 2-2 draw last season, will take the corner for Woking. Drilled in towards the near post. It's a kind of flick backwards. Grimes tries to head the ball clear, and then in the end it's just smashed clear by Carson. And in the end it's going to be headed all the way back to Will Jääskeläinen in goal for Woking. Frankie Maguire with his bandage, a white one, because I know his last one he was wearing like a black bandage for a couple of games. Maguire's back on the pitch.
I think Carson's just got to be aware of what's around him there. I don't think he needed to do that. Actually, Boston could have actually gotten a break there. Just try and be aware of your surroundings as the ball's dropping. There's no need for him to smash that forward there. I think they could have got him on the break.
Yeah, they had two or three.
Yeah, which is usually, he's actually good at that, because he's obviously a calm, he's got a great left foot, so he must have thought someone was on him. But
with the long ball forward from Rooney towards Kerson's, beaten in the air by Tunji. I have to keep checking which Akinola's which, but it was Tunji Akinola that won that one. But they take the throw in quickly, Boston, to Maguire now without a number on the back of his shirt. A bit of blood from the cut that he received on his head. He's won a throw in for Boston United down the right hand side of the penalty area. Connor Taylor's come down the line to take it, I should say. Hawula's one option, Maguire's another. Kerson's, if he can get it that far inside the penalty area, he uses Geordie Hawula, and Hawula's overhit the pass back to Taylor. It goes out for a throw in.
It's very important Boston don't get anxious, Dale. Obviously Woking has started well, but the way Woking are pressing, you can't do that for 90 minutes. There are going to be times in the second half where their game's going to go a bit dead, they're going to get a bit tired, so Boston just need to keep in the game, don't get too anxious, try and do that extra pass and break that forward press.
Rochdale, who Boston United play on Saturday, are leading Brackley by 1-0 in the National League. That's the top two that are both winning this evening. It's a fascinating battle for the title, headed forward by Teal. Now it's Kerson's as well to bring that down. He's under a lot of pressure by Oculini. Does well to keep the ball. A Bow. Now Carson on the left hand side. A Bow's off of the overlapping run. It's a low ball in. It's cleared away by the number 16 Tunji Akinola. Beautyman will pick this one up for the visitors, and that looked a high boot on Maguire, but the referee not interested. Headed forward by Grimes. Then Andrews has headed it up but not far away. Woking eventually do head the ball forward, and Boston are struggling to pick this one up in midfield as Sanderson looks to play the ball out to the left hand side. He is fouled. Referee tried to play an advantage, but it's a free kick inside the centre circle to Woking.
Matty Carson again, he needs a bit of quality on that ball there. He's got a really good chance of knocking that in the box, and he's short again. You can see, you can see Woking players, they're all up for it, aren't they? They literally, they've got something about a bit of spice to them, haven't they?
They'd have been very, very disappointed to get knocked out of the quarterfinals of the trophy on Saturday at Marine.
Just
team from a lower division.
Absolutely.
Tough place to go, Marine. You ever been? Never played there?
No, I don't think I have.
Very, very tough for teams to go as Jääskeläinen goes long, headed away by Boston, but he's headed back towards the penalty area. Boston, it was Grimes, got two headers away as the Pilgrims look to try and counter, but it is picked up by Sanderson. That's over on the far side. Boston got some defending to do as Cabot does well, drills the ball in towards the near post, and it's gathered in by Dan Cameron. He's not really had a lot to do early on, but he has been beaten. He's unlucky with the goal. That's a great kick to the right hand side to Geordie Hawula down that right hand side, plays the ball. He tried to play in Curzons. He had Oshin Gallagher was sprinting to get ahead of him there as well. Teal, that's a clever header in field to find Hawula. It's a good ball, is it? No, it's intercepted just by Drew as it was going to a Bow. Now Maguire to a Bow. It's a heavy touch and it'll be cleared by Ockley. Boston look lively when they're coming forward.
Just that final pass, isn't it? They're
Yes.
just over anxious a little bit. Sometimes just take an extra touch. She really does that quite a lot. She gets in some good positions. He didn't need to play that ball straight away. He had another man coming on the outside, as you said.
Yep. Gallagher was really trying to get ahead of him, wasn't he? And
just needed a little bit of composure.
Rooney now has the ball from Gallagher, plays it across to his centre-half partner Grimes, infield to Richards, prods that ball forward towards a Bow, but he's dispossessed by Drew, and the home side, the visitors, are going to look to try and counter, but that was a poor pass for Akinola, and Maguire charged it down, and well, it's gone out for a throw into Woking. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I think a Bow, you know, if I'm playing that in the midfield now behind a Bow, I'm just telling him he's trying to get it feet all the time, but Drew knows that, so Drew's on him. He's intercepted it 3 or 4 times, come short and then running behind him, make the full-back guess. At the moment, everything's in front of him and he keeps coming onto it.
It's a Bow that heads that one for Boston before. It's a really big clearance from Grimes. Kerson's trying to get on the end of this one. Maguire will pick this ball up for Boston United and wins them a throw-in. And you can hear the cheers from the Boston United fans, who certainly didn't think that last one should have been a Woking throw. Carson to take it. Throws it. Oh, it doesn't quite reach Maguire. He'll battle to try and win this one back. Frankie Maguire. It hits his head. Then the chest of Curzons, who turns and he's past his man. And that's a foul by Tunji Akinola. And I won't be surprised if that's a yellow card.
Oh, it has to be a yellow card. He's away. He's actually going inside the box. It doesn't look like he's going to give him one, which is quite bizarre. He's actually away from him. He's going to run inside the box.
That's a strange one, that.
Yeah, very.
You know, and sometimes it's pretty obvious when it's a yellow. That's one of them. The other yellow he gave to Akinola, Timmy Akinola that is, was also a pretty blatant yellow card, as the referee marks. So it's on the left-hand side here, but it is shooting range for possibly Maguire's right foot. Carson's there as well. You've got Grimes at the back post inside the area. We know what a threat Grimes, Gallagher, Kersons, Rooney, all can be. Hawula's in there as well. What do Boston United do here? Woking with a 4-man wall. Gascoigne in the middle of his goal. Will it be Maguire or will it be Carson for Boston United, trailing by a 1-0? It is going to be Frankie Maguire, and he chips that ball in, and Boston United, how have they not scored? They want a penalty. One of the players there is on the floor. I think it's Rooney.
Do you know, it's a great work free kick, because it looks like Frankie Maguire's going to shoot, but he just chips it in. I thought Rooney was going to head it in, but he seemed to, I don't know if he had his shirt pulled, but he didn't even try to head it.
So it was played across to the back post. I think it was Grimes who headed it across the 6-yard box, and it was Kersons that went for it. He then was on the floor with his. Well,
but the initial,
I think he's fouled. The
initial ball, though, it looks like Rooney's just got to head it in. He seemed to maybe lose the flight if he had his shirt pulled. But obviously, they're actually asking for the one after that, aren't they?
Well, Boston United, 23 minutes played, will be frustrated there. As Peter said, it was a very clever free kick as Maguire heads that ball forward towards Curzons. Headed away, Gallagher trying to win that in midfield for Boston United, but Woking have certainly come here to try and win the game, which it's been an entertaining opening 23 minutes here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. It's Woking that are coming forward with Beautyman. It's well intercepted by Rooney. Oh, and then he tried to play, and then Rooney just clipped there late. I think he was just hobbling for a couple of seconds, but I'm sure he'll run that off, and Woking have a throw in on the left-hand side, and it'll be a long one from Jamie Andrews.
Tell you what, it's not bad having Matty Carson and Frankie Maguire on free kicks, is it? The quality. I mean, everyone thinks if it's the left foot, he's going to cross it. If it's a right foot, he's going to shoot. It was a right footer, but he crossed it. I think it caught Woking by surprise, definitely.
It's very clever. It's certainly been an improvement this season, even before Paul, about the set pieces. As Andrews throws that one in, it's headed away by Hawula. Bo's the man that they left further up the field, and he's battling away. 3 Woking men around him and lost it. Now Andrews down the left-hand side gets his cross into the area, hit the head of Rooney, and then Carson will clear. Rooney not quite sure what to do with that one, and he just flicked it across, but higher the penalty area. Gallagher heads that ball out towards Hawula, but it's picked up by Andrews for the Cardinals. Plays it infield. Boston do win it back, and now Hawula has it in the right back position. Teal can't get there, and in the end he fouls his man, and that's a free kick to Woking in a dangerous position.
Yeah, Timmy Ankula did really well again, pressing really high. They're getting the ball in the box as soon as they can, and when it comes out, they're pressing. It's working really well for them this half.
First goal of the evening, Tarkowski has scored for Everton. They lead Burnley by a goal to nil. Did you see Jordan Pickford save at the weekend at Newcastle?
I did. Absolute world class, wasn't it?
Wow.
I think he was pleased with it, don't you think?
And why shouldn't he be? It was brilliant. But yeah, Everton leading Burnley by a goal to nil. The only goal in the Premier League. 3 7:30 kickoffs, and then Wolves-Liverpool starts at 8:15. It's another one of them weeks where the kickoff times are a little bit all over the place. Here it's Boston nil, Woking 1, but it's Woking that have a free kick left-hand side of the penalty. It's another one of them where they might shoot or cross. It's towards that back post and goes out for a goal kick.
What a great ball that is. I think he's just looked to the bench and went, that's a great ball. No, someone's got to attack that. That's a fantastic ball by Drew. He started the game really well, actually. I think a bowler's just gone, but a ball just got past him once, basically, hasn't he? When he came in and had that shot, but the right back started really again. A ball, he's got to bring him in short and then go long, keep the right back guessing.
Oh, Boston United, plenty of attacking options on the bench. Should Paul Hurst need them later on? He was saying in his pre-match interview that this is why no Ben Griss and Arjun Reiki, because there's certain the others he wants to offer the different things. As Woking managed to clear that ball, Carson I should say heads that one away. Gallagher is then pushed in the back by Andrews. Boston have a free kick near the halfway line. As they try about a goal to nil. As Gallagher plays it to Rooney and across to the skipper Grimes. Goes long. Oh, Maguire had a lot of space there. Now Curzons has done well to bring that down. He's got Maguire to the left, and that's where the ball goes. Maguire inside the penalty area, prods it towards goal. There's Hawula, and the defender's got there first. Hawula thought he was going to score, and that is fantastic defending by Chin Ockley. He throws his body in front of Hawula. What a yard out. Corner to Boston.
It's great defended. I thought Frankie Maguire was pulled, but do you know what? As Frankie Maguire's going through and he's about to shoot, Hawula just run towards the goal before he shoots. He's waited to see if he's going to score. The ball's dropped, then he runs. That's why he's not scored. As a forward, when Frankie Maguire's going through, just run towards the goal.
Corner for Boston. Maguire's effort was saved by the goalkeeper, and it's headed away in front of Jääskeläinen, who did well there when Maguire was through. Maguire maybe slightly overran it, but still got an effort in on goal that the keeper saved. And here is Frankie Maguire, plays it down the line. It's blocked by Drew, who's over in the left back position. He's just sprinting to get back across to the right hand side. Boston have a throw in front of Paul Hurst for Connor Teal to take. 27 minutes played here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Teal throws it down the line towards Curzons. It's headed away, but it'll be picked up by Richards out towards a bow, but that's intercepted by Drew, who read it well, plays the ball for Grimes as well to intercept that one because Woking looked like they were away. Curzons trying to win this one for Boston. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment, but it's Woking that have the ball with the number 10 Aidan O'Brien. Boston have won it back. A bow now. Drew very tight on him on the halfway line there. Ball goes past the bow to Curzons, who's gone out to the left hand side, plays the ball down to a bow, gets goal side on the left hand side of Drew, who's with him. A bow still going, gets the crossing towards Hawula, swung at it, completely missed the ball, comes out to Gallagher with the shot, blocked by the defender, goes out for a Boston throw-in.
A bow did great. First time he's running behind him, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the first time he's running behind him, and that's what happens. So it makes the defender wonder whether he needs to go tight next time.
Connor Teal will take this throw-in for Boston United. A bow just needs to keep asking those questions, doesn't he? As Teal and Gallagher play 1-2 now. Hawula on the right hand side, back to Oshin Gallagher, and he plays it back to Rooney. Boston happy to keep the ball at the moment. Ball forward to Teal, who's pushed on, and Gallagher, and back with Rooney. Now with Gallagher, it's a real, again, the high press from Woking. Gallagher plays that ball forward. It is headed away. Maguire will make sure that goes. No, he's actually had to keep that one in, and then does really well to win a throw in. Frankie Maguire thought the ball was going out. Richards came across, and Maguire had to keep the ball and kicked it against Beautyman, who'd come across and wins Boston a throw in for Connor Teal on the right hand side. Throws it into Gallagher. It's a clever ball into Maguire. It's heavily hit though, and Maguire couldn't quite control. It's a good bit of pressure this from Boston United, trailing by a goal to nil. 29 minutes played. Grimes finds a boat, plays it across to Rooney, who's coming forward. Rooney's ball out to the right hand side. He's very well intercepted, but Teal will battle to win Boston United a throw in. Again, indecision from the officials there, but it does go Boston United's way, and Rooney throws the ball back to Gallagher. Now it's with the skipper, Grimes, and now it's over on the left-hand side with Carson. Grimes has it again. Woking keeping 2, trying to press on Boston's back 4 or 5 when Gallagher goes to help out. His ball forward towards Maguire. That's a foul by Frankie Maguire, and a free kick won by Tunji Akinola. Half an hour played.
No need to foul him there, is he? We've got a good bit of possession there, good bit of pressure on them. Woking are still trying to press.
The 3 Premier League games are coming up to half-time. Just the 1 goal still. Everton 1, Burnley 0, and Wolves-Liverpool about to kick off. Here Boston United are trailing by a goal to 0. They were behind on 2 minutes. Ollie Sanderson with that goal after the goalkeeper Dan Cameron on his debut done well to deny the first effort from Beautyman. Jääskeläinen goes long with this one. They win the first header, Woking, but it's cleared away by Grimes. Maguire and Kersons will try and win this one for Boston United, but it's fallen to Sanderson. His goal separates the 2 teams. Woking have worked this well. It's O'Brien now over on the right-hand side. Boston, I think, felt he was offside, and then a clever ball through. Woking have opened Boston United up here. Drill cross is very well dealt with by Grimes. He slid there, and it's a very important block as Boston clear towards Kersons. Richards will then head the ball forward for Boston United. Kersons just didn't quite get there. He tried to prod it through to Maguire, and now it's all the way back with Will Jääskeläinen.
It's a great ball by Timmy Akinola there, wasn't it? That's a ball of the game.
He's playing well, isn't he?
Just took 2 or 3 players out there. Great vision.
I'd say that the 2 Akinolas have been the 2 standouts.
Yeah, they've done really
I think
well.
Tunji at the back has been outstanding as well.
Yeah, they've obviously come with a game plan, get the ball forward early, pick up the pieces and play in Boston's third. And it's worked. And you know what? It's hard to play against Dale. It is, because you've got that long ball coming in. It's all about getting that second ball. At the moment, they've picked up most of it, and it's hard to get out.
So Will Jääskeläinen is down, whether it's an injury or a tactical injury. One of the things I was reading, certain things that referees are looking to change, and one of them will be this. It's been suggested that when a keeper's injured, an outfield player has to go off for 30 seconds.
I think it's going to be hard to prove, and it's going to be hard to police that, isn't it?
Well, I presume they just do it every time a goal, even if they are injured.
Right.
I presume. I don't know. But anyway, both teams, and to be fair, this won't do Boston much harm to come over and get a bit of advice from the management as well.
This is a good test for Boston, because everything's been going well. We've been getting the early leads and stuff like that in games. 1-0 down at home, run a good run. This is a good test for them. You've got a team come here, they're literally giving 110%. They're not letting Boston have time on the ball. They've obviously watched Boston recently, haven't they? Boston have been playing it around and playing well, and he's obviously going, do you know what, let's see if they can play if we've got pressure on them. You know, it's difficult.
It's tests like this that Paul Hurst, I'm sure, will enjoy finding the solution to the problem as the Boston United manager. So Boston United 0, Woking 1. We'll hear from the manager and one of the players in the final part of the show here on Hope and Glory. But if you don't get a chance to stay up and listen to it, the Boston United podcast will be going up tonight. Go on BBC Sound, search Boston United, and their next game is away at Rochdale. It's a real super Saturday for us on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Cardiff versus Lincoln at lunchtime, followed by Rochdale against Boston at 3 o'clock. 2 huge games for our Lincolnshire clubs, brought to you live by BBC Radio Lincolnshire. I am very much looking forward to Saturday. However, we have tonight to finish first, and 33 minutes gone. Boston are trailing by a goal to 0, but they have a free kick inside their own half. Grimes will take it out to Matty Carson, who they've also nullified the threat of him getting forward as much as maybe he'd like so far. And it's cleared away by the goalkeeper, up to Kersons, who's battling well and wins Boston United a throw in. The ball is caught by Paul Hurst, who throws it to Teal, gets the ball back from Gallagher. Teal into Kersons, now battling away, having his shirt pulled but keeping the ball. Kersons 3 around him, and Caleb Richards in the end wins the ball back, and it's the visitors with Joe Gabode coming forward here. Abo goes back for Boston United and wins the ball back there, Ken Abo, and then stumbles. He was clipped by Gabode, and it's a free kick to Boston United that Carson takes quickly down to Abo on the left hand side. Carson offering the overlapping run, but Abo comes inside to Jordan Richards. He goes back to his skipper. Boston United again happy to have that little bit of possession. Grimes Looks to switch it across. Hawula will pick that ball up. He didn't quite. I think he was aiming for Teal, but Hawula managed to pick it up. That's a good ball forward from Gallagher to Geordie Hawula, battling away and does well to get the ball out to the right hand side where Teal has made a run for. Teal's ball in. Didn't quite connect with it properly. Teal. It's dealt with at the near post, cleared away by Woking. Gallagher prods the ball forward. Hawula battling to try and win this battle, but Woking have done well to get the ball clear. And in fact, they're going to come forward with Aidan O'Brien down the left hand side. Grimes, has had to come across for Boston United. O'Brien comes inside, plays the back of the league, got two behind him, one of them being Beautyman on his right foot, crossed towards the back post, heading towards goal and wide. It was Ollie Sanderson with the header. That's a great chance,
Decent
Peter.
chance, yeah. As soon as they get it forward, I tell you what, their crossing in the box has been really good. Boston's has been really poor. We can't miss that first man out. So the games we've been watching recently, definitely away at Scunthorpe, the crossing was absolutely outstanding, wasn't it? It's been really poor tonight. Matty Carson on the left and on the right as well, with Connor Taylor just not missing that first man.
Yeah, they're getting in good positions, aren't they, Boston?
It's just the quality lacking at the moment.
As Boston United bring this ball away with Grimes for the Pilgrims, and goes well, looking for the run of Hawula, headed away again by Tunji Akinola. Maguire picks it up and then he's fouled, is he? No. By Akinola, it was a strong tackle, let's say, but he did get the ball according to the referee. And they'll start again with Ockley. Goes long and it is a long ball, and Ollie Sanderson has it this time. He is offside. Just for a second there, I wondered if that flag was going up.
I don't know if that one was. It's so hard to tell, isn't it? But
I felt the one that led to the goal was probably clearer
he's
than
probably
that.
got that on his mind. That's why that flag's gone up, I think.
So thoughts of Peter Costello alongside myself, Dale Story, here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire.
John, I love the way Woking, it's like they set up 4-5-1. When that ball goes forward, it almost goes to a 4-3-3 because the two join in straight away.
Certainly do, and they've been very effective, and arguably should be 2-0. Look, that header a minute ago definitely should have hit the target. But Boston have it now with Hawula. Plays it forward, it's flicked on by Kirstens, but that'll go through to Will Jääskeläinen in the goal. And it is still 1-0 to Woking as Jääskeläinen goes long. Carson wins that for the Pilgrims and gets it back from Jordan Richards. Carson and Boston happy to have the ball at the back, looking for the right pass when going forward. And it's now with Rooney for them as Truro have taken the lead at Southend. Southend, who were semi-finalists in the trophy, trailed by a goal to nil. Truro, that are really struggling near the bottom of the National League. It'll be a real upset. Southend pushing for the playoffs. Just themselves and Halifax seem to be vying for that last space in the National League. I know some people talk about Boston pushing for that, but certainly not something
Well, I think they'll need Halifax and Southend to collapse, won't they? I know Southend have they've got 4 games in hand in Halifax as well, haven't they? So it looks like they're clear favourites for that.
For one of your teams?
So, no.
Anyway, Boston coming forward. Carson, left-hand side, makes himself a bit of space now. Coming forward, plays it to a Bow on the edge of the penalty area. Bow now inside the area. He's trying to make space for a shot. Can a Bow? And there will be a shot driven in. And he's smashed into the net. Brilliantly by Kersons. What a finish that is by Boston United's forward. He's 7 in 7 now for him. Boston 1, Woking 1. What a finish that was, Peter Costello.
You know what, but Kennebo, to be fair to him, I've been a little bit critical of him tonight, going short, but he keeps trying. He's got inside the box, but what a shot with his left foot. The power he got on that, absolutely outstanding. It's his first chance, goal. Incredible goal.
Such a good finish.
Brilliant.
He did not, did he?
Yeah.
Such a good finish from Kersons. He's just proving, you know, he can do pretty much everything. He can head, he can chip, and he can smash that ball. What a player he is. His 7th goal in 7 games since joining Boston United. And he's just lifted the place, as goals do.
I think he needs to calm down a little bit, otherwise he'd be moving on, wouldn't he? So we don't want him to score too many. But it's a great finish with his left foot. Outstanding. I
never thought I'd hear you tell a striker, just stop scoring, please.
we want to see more of him, don't we?
Anyway, 1-1. Boston getting themselves level here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. A fantastic finish from Kersons as Jääskeläinen's ball forward. He's a sliced one, and Boston have picked it up again now with Maguire. Teal plays the ball down to Gallagher into Hawula, twisted and turning and getting the ball back to Gallagher again. Tries another one of those long balls and towards a Bow, who's done well to get there ahead of Drew. Ken Bow, it's been a fascinating battle as a Bow wins a throw.
But that's actually a better ball because it's actually gone in behind the full-back. It has. It's been a really good battle between those two.
I've never seen Oshin Gallagher attempt passes like this before. Do you feel that's a tactic? He's done it a couple of times now, hasn't he? The over-the-top.
Well, again, hopefully they've actually seen that. As I said to you, if I was playing that, I would play some balls in behind the full-back because he would just kept intercepting everything, didn't he?
Carson's given the ball away here for Boston United, and then working play was clipped, but Sanderson has done well to keep the ball here for the Cardinals. Plays it forward, but Rooney's read that really well, and he's bringing this ball forward now for Boston United. Plays it out to the right hand side where Jordi Hawula enters the penalty area now. Hawula drills the ball in, comes off Akinola and goes out for a corner. Great play from Hawula, great play from Rooney. Boston have a corner.
He could see what was coming. He steps out of the defence. He's done that really well tonight, actually.
Yep.
Hawula, nice and positive, got on his right foot, whipped it across. Good defending from Woking.
It's been an entertaining half, hasn't it?
It's been really good. You could just see the last maybe 4 or 5 minutes Woking, just wouldn't say they're tired, but you can't keep that intensity all the time for 90 minutes.
Boston have certainly improved, and they're trying different things as well. We talk about Gallagher and the way he's spreading that ball as Boston go short towards Maguire. Low ball in, it's cleared away. Maguire will try, Carson wins that ball back, and so does a Bow. If you saw Grimes' goal at Forest Green, Carson and Maguire, it's exactly the same attempt with that corner. It was Carson laid it off and Maguire sprinting and whipping it in, but it only went to the near post. Boston coming forward again now. Maguire edge of the area looking to try and shoot. Woking get enough men back. Now Teal on the right hand side chips that ball in. Akinola clears again for Woking. Boston sense they can get the lead before half-time here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Teal plays the ball into the middle, and a bit of a miscommunication there, and Woking have won the ball back. That's a great interception though from Jordan Richards. The ball forward from Andrews, and he'd have put the man away.
He's in as well. It's
a great piece of defending. And Boston have a throw in on the halfway line.
You know, Connor Teal has got in some good positions down this right-hand side. That ball in again, that cross, he's got to miss that first man. You need better quality from there. It's really important. It's not a difficult ball as well.
Teal has the ball, now finds Rooney for Boston United. We've got 3 minutes to go until half-time. We'll run through all the half-times around the country following the half-time whistle of this game. Richards out for Boston United, and Carson plays it across to Gallagher. Plays the ball forward towards Hawula. It was a right idea, but the keeper's read it well.
Don't mind that, something different. Try and get in behind the full-back instead of always short. Boston have really responded well in the last 10 minutes. They haven't let the heads drop.
And they've picked the ball up again now. Teal to Maguire, who every time he gets the ball, Frankie Maguire, you feel something's going to happen. Teal, Gallagher, now Maguire on the halfway line this time, but he turns and plays that ball forward towards Kersons. What a ball that leaves Kersons. Oh, it just bounced awkwardly. It was a clever ball from Maguire, and for a second there I thought Kersons was in.
He just tried to chest it, just lost it, didn't he? Just tried to chest it in front of him. It's a great ball by Frankie Maguire.
Certainly was, but it's Woking that are coming forward now. 2.5 minutes to go until half time. Kerson's looking to charge some down as Ockley plays that ball forward, headed away by Grimes, who as always has won every header. Ball forward towards Kerson's, beaten in the air by Ockley. A Bow picks it up for Boston. It's a clever ball again, and now Gallagher plays it out towards Hawula, but it's well read this time by Caleb Richards, and he brings it forward for Woking. Boston win it back though, and now it's with Rooney for the Pilgrims. Side to Jordan Richards. Takes a couple of touches, finds Maguire on the halfway line. Ball out to the right hand side for Teal. Boston were trailing, but a brilliant finish from Tom Kersons yet again has got them level. And I'd probably say, story of the half, probably a fair score.
Yeah, I think it's been a good game, really good game to watch. You've got to give credit for Woking coming away from home. Started really well on the front foot.
Gallagher again, switching it, this time to the left-hand side where Carson's great touch brings him inside. He just can't quite find the ball through to, I think he was aiming for Hawula. And he'll now be brought away by Joe Gabone. It's a really good run, and now Woking are coming forward. It's O'Brien on the right-hand side, inside the penalty area, makes space for a shot, takes an awkward deflection and trickles into the back of the net. Woking have retaken the lead here at the Jamans. Gabone came inside, he hit it he took an awful deflection from a Boston United point of view and just trickled past the wrong-footed Dan Cameron. Boston 1, Woking 2.
What a horrible goal to give away. But I'm just about to say, as I was on the tack, our fullbacks tonight, Conor Teal and Carson, is that Carson's just their quality in the final third. He's give that ball away. He's gone the other end. He's out of position, obviously. You've got to do better in those fullback positions.
So, Aidan O'Brien, and I think you described that perfectly, Peter. What a horrible goal to concede. And Dan Cameron wasn't quite sure. He committed for the first shot, and it trickled. He was wrong-footed.
There's no way he can stop
He's
that.
very unlucky because it just trickled him, and he just couldn't get there, could he? It was horrible.
No blame on the keeper.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Definitely not.
And I did not see that coming. It's Boston 1, Woking 2. And Woking have retaken the lead, and Grimes kicks the ball out of play this time. He's aiming for a bow as we wait to see how much stoppage time we are going to get. Throw into Woking in front of their, must be in the 20s, away fans, which 4 minutes will be added on in a few seconds.
I think that half-time team talk's just changed for both managers massively, hasn't it?
It's such a crucial time to score, isn't it, just before half-time. That ball is just pumped along by Boston. Kersons is going to chase this one down, and he does really well there because he wins Boston United a throw-in. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's really sprinted a lot there.
Closing down really well. It's galling for the Boston players mentally to just try and get him back in the game, get back in the game. They're pushing, they get the goal, then to concede like that. But most of this game's up here, Dale. It's in the brain. I'm sure the manager's team talk, that's what he's there for.
Boston take the throw. Maguire tries to control on the edge of the area. Richards heads the ball forward. Now he's with Maguire on the edge of the area, looking for some space. Lays it across to Gallagher, who's just a little bit further back. He's asking Teal to make a run, and a bit of indecision there from Oshin Gallagher. Charge down, plays it back to Rooney, who does so well. Goes past two players like they weren't there. Switches it across to a Bow on the left-hand side. Great play by Rooney. A Bow, now Carson whips the cross in, it's blocked. Boston have a corner.
Rooney's been excellent tonight. It's the best I've seen him play. I know he's done well since he's come, don't get me wrong, but he's been outstanding tonight. He looks really comfortable on the ball.
Maguire's going to take this corner from being in-swinger. It's been Carson pretty much all the half. 5 corners for Boston United so far. Here comes Maguire with this one towards Gallagher at the back post. It's headed away. Richards now on the right-hand side takes a touch as he looks to try and get the cross in. Found he was barged off the ball. Well, the one thing that wasn't was a corner, but that's what Boston have got.
I think it has to be a corner, doesn't it? I thought it was a foul.
Well, it's a foul or a goal kick to me. And he gives a corner. As Craig Singleton just gave a very confused look to your right there, the Boston United club secretary. But it's a corner. Another in-swinger this time from Carson. Maguire's over here for the short one, but Woking have got 2 men out here. Can Boston get themselves level before half-time? Carson, it comes. There's a couple of players down at the far post there, one of them being Rooney, and now Woking are going to try and break away with Timmy Akinola. Bow did really well there to win the ball back for Boston United. Certainly 2 very fast players going against each other there as the keeper, Cameron, goes long. Gallagher battling away on the right-hand side to keep that in. He did win it, but Beautyman has picked the ball up. And then he's fouled by Carson. Right in front of us. Probably was a foul.
Yeah, he's done okay, hasn't he, the skipper? Come back in the side, as you said. He's done quite well in there.
Scored here last season when Woking twice led and Boston drew 2-2. And a bit of frustration from the crowd as Woking taking their time, game management,
absolutely.
They call it. And
why wouldn't you?
As half-time is literally about 30 seconds away. You can probably hear the Boston United fans around us here at the Jatemans as Jääskeläinen goes long. Rooney clears it for Boston United, but Woking pick it up now. Andrews on the left-hand side, back to Caleb Richards, crosses it into the area, and that will be a foul on Carson, and Boston have a free kick. And then there's a shot booted towards goal, and he's going to get a yellow card here, Drew, for basically seen as kicking the ball away. That's interesting, him on a yellow.
Yeah, absolutely, with the ball. It's been a great battle anyway, hasn't it? There's been a couple of times where he's just got there first, so now if he gets there late, he needs to be careful.
Surely you've got to target that, haven't you?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure Paul Hurst, who I'm sure there's many ups and downs from this first half performance. You'll see from Boston United as the keeper's kick goes along. Harula can't get there, and it's a throw-in for the left-back of Woking. We've had the 4 minutes. Just waiting to see how much longer. Remember, it's always a minimum of time added on. The referee can add on as long as he likes, really, what he feels is appropriate. And you feel the longer it stays 2-1, the more Woking are going to try and wind this game down and take the sting out of it. Richards with the throw-in. And there's the half-time whistle. And Boston United find themselves trailing here by 2-1. Peter, and first of all, it's been an entertaining game, and Woking probably slightly fortunate to be in front. First goal we thought was offside, second goal had a lot of luck about it, but they've come here with a game plan and executed it well. Yeah, they have. They've come. Obviously, we haven't seen much of them this season with regard whether they've been trying to play more, but they haven't tried to play out from the back once. Keeper's knocked it long. They're trying to get the bits and pieces, which they did really well for half an hour. Then Boston came back in the game. They are a little bit fortunate to be in the lead. A big team talk for Paul Hurst now, because you can't feel sorry for yourself. He's just got to go in there. You've got to try and forget about that goal. You can't do nothing about it. But again, our fullbacks, we're getting great positions, and I don't think we've hit one good crossing, and that's where the goal came from. Matty Carson is under it, with Broke, and they've got a fortunate goal. But for Boston United, we've seen enough that they can still win this game, can't they? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Again, I don't think, as you can see, that first half hour, Woking press, and then for 10 minutes, there weren't that intensity, because you can't keep it going even for a half, never mind a full game. I imagine Woking will make changes if they continue with that press. It's going to be interesting to see how long they do that for. I'd imagine if they stay 2-1 in the 20 minutes gone, they might maybe drop deep. We'll have to wait and see on that. And positives from that first half, well, the goal, Tom Kerson's yet again, great finish. Yeah, really good finish. He's just in the form of his life, isn't he? He's just literally struck it beautifully. A couple of other chances, penalty shout as well. I thought Rooney got tugged in initially. I thought Rooney's been outstanding for Boston, coming out with the ball. He's read the game really well. Positive signs, again, I think it should be what everyone thinks it's going to be 1-1 at half time, isn't it? Mentally, you need to stay strong. You need to come out. So when they went 1-0 down for 20 minutes, Boston played really well. They were trying on the front foot. It's just that final ball lacking. And the message from Paul Hurst, you think, definitely better quality from the crosses, but also, stay calm. 100%, because in the games gone by recently, the crossing from the full-back area has been outstanding. It's just been poor. Again, you want a great run, you're at home, the crowd are here, they want you to go forward. Said before, it's not a free hit, but you know what I'm saying by that. There's no relegation in sight. They've come to have a goal as well. I'm sure there's more goals in this game. And how important do you feel maybe the substitutions will be for Boston? Yeah, I can see maybe Lavernier coming on. I think he's better than Conatile going forward. I would imagine that he might be looking at that change. But yeah, Boston look decent going forward. Again, I'm certain Woking are going to tie if they keep trying on this press. Thank you, Peter. So Peter Costello will be back for the second half here, where it's Boston United 1, Woking 2. So we're just going to go through the half times here. So let's say half times, but the Premier League games are all over the place. So 3 7 kickoffs. It's Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0. Everton lead Burnley by a goal to 0, and it's Leeds United 0, Sunderland 0. Those 3 are all in the second half, and then the other game, which is Wolves 0, Liverpool 0, has only had 25 minutes played. In the FA Cup, 1/4 round tie being played tonight, and the winners will entertain Sunderland. It's Port Vale drawing 0-0 at home to Bristol City. Other scores, and in the Championship, the winner of this game will go second. They will overtake Middlesbrough, but it's Ipswich 0, Hull City 0. In League One, it's Barnsley 0, Wickham 0, Exeter 0, Burton Albion 0. Exeter, who had that huge defeat to Bolton at the weekend, certainly having a better first half. And Rotherham, who beat high-flying Plymouth at the weekend, are drawing 0-0 with Mansfield. And then in League Two, it's Bromley 0, Oldham 0. Chesterfield beating Danny Cowley's Colchester by 2-0. Grimsby 3, Salford 0. Newport 1, Tranmere 1. Walsall 0, Fleetwood 1. And then in the National League, so the big game at the top of the league, 4th place Boreham Wood are trailing 1-0 at home to the league leaders York City, 23 unbeaten going into tonight. Here is Boston United 1, Woking 2. Boston United behind in the second minute. Ollie Sanderson with the goal. Tom Curzons with a great finish to make it 1-1. And then Aidan O'Brien through the look of a horrible deflection, giving Woking the lead just before half-time. Hartlepool 0, Sutton 0, Rochdale 1, Brackley 1. Rochdale in a bit of a title battle with your Desiree. The former Pilgrim put Rochdale ahead, but Lily for Brackley equalising just before half-time. Southend 0, Truro 1. Truro really struggling, but they're leading 1-0 at playoff chasing Southend. And Morecambe have come from a goal down to lead 2-1 at Wealdstone, and it's Yeovil 1, Tamworth 0. So they are your half-times as we await for the second half. Here we're going to take a switch from football as the Formula One season is set to get underway this weekend with the Australian Grand Prix. In the season preview episode of the Checkered Flag podcast, Harry Benjamin and Jenny Gow are joined by Mark Priestley and Jolyon Palmer to discuss the new season.
There has been a bit of scepticism, though, coming into this new Formula One season. Mark, is it as bad as everyone is painting it out to be?
No, it's not. I think there's massive intrigue coming into this season, and I think that's justified. We should all be intrigued because this is literally the biggest technical change I think we've ever had in one go in the history of Formula One, right? So who knows how this is going to go? There's going to be things we could get better, we can improve at. There's going to be things that work really well. What I'm most intrigued about is just to get down to Australia and see what happens. And I think that's the thing. We're going into a season, we have no idea what's going to happen, who's going to come out on top. And that's what you want, isn't it?
I'm so excited. You open with the most negative question you could possibly find for the start of the year.
Well, there's a lot of scepticism going into it.
There is. And I think a lot of it is unfounded, really. I was in Bahrain, like I said, and went trackside. The cars look good. They are, I mean, there's massive changes, as Mark explained, both on the chassis side, so that your car design, the ground effects of last generation have gone. The downforce then is a little bit less. But the bigger thing is the power units. So now we've got a much bigger emphasis on the electric motor. So it's a pretty much 50-50 split, electric power versus combustion engine power. So it's different. But honestly, watching trackside, it still looks like Formula One. It still looks really good. The drivers are working. The cars are sliding around more. And who knows what the pecking order is going to be.
That is exciting. Okay, I thought I'd start negative so we could then build it back up again. So it gives us a good place to go to.
Well, the negative's just been quashed straight away.
Exactly, that's what we wanted, isn't it? Look, we've got so much to discuss throughout the course of this show. As Jolyon and Mark have both alluded to already, massive regulations overhaul. So we're going to discuss the new rules and regs in a bit more detail. We're going to be hearing, too, from reigning world champion Lando Norris. Can he maintain that title this year? We've got a rookie on the grid as well. British rookie Arvid Lindblad. So we'll be catching up with him and his plans for the season. We'll introduce you to a new member of our Checkered Flag team as well. That's coming up later on in the show. We'll look ahead to the new season and give our predictions, and we'll answer some of your questions that you've sent in as well on the hashtag BBCF1. But first, Jenny Gow, let's head over to you as we've touched on, a new era for Formula One. There's the technicals and the regulations, but as I said, there's a new F1 face in Arvid Lindblad, but we've got new teams as well on the grid.
Well, we've got Cadillac coming in. That's the big news, the 11th team, where Sauber were last year, now it's Audi, and we have a new circuit for 2026 as well. Madrid, we're going there, so watch this space. And watch this space as well, because I'm going to be speaking to Bradley Lord at Mercedes, who was one of the people that can tell us a lot about what's going on in this team. So come back soon.
We shall do. There is a lot to discuss. We're going to run over time, I think, or we're not going to have enough time. But that's why we're here after every single race this season. But we're going to talk about the rules and regs in depth now. So, actually, before I come to you guys, Lando Norris, the world champion, has been speaking to us and explaining the rules in the simplest way possible. Let's hear from him.
I'll try and make it simple. So basically this year we just have a much bigger battery unit and effectively almost a smaller engine in some ways. And that just makes things harder on track in managing the battery mainly. So when we're behind the wheel, it's not as simple as just saying we're driving as flat out and only thinking about the corners. We're also having to think quite a bit about how we can use our battery in a defensive way and also attacking ways. And that's just the rules. That's just what F1 have said. This is what we're going to do. And as a driver, we just have to oblige and go, okay, this is the car we've got. How can we make the most of that? So in essence, the cars are going to be quicker in a straight line, slightly slower in the corners. But a lot of these things I think are aimed at also trying to make more racing happen, more situations where you're having to defend and attack, and being able to catch people off guard in better ways this year than you have been in previous years. I think that's as simple as I can make it. It's a lot more complicated when you're behind the wheel, and I think that's that's our challenge as drivers, and also my team, my engineers that I work with, in figuring out how to make the car work in the best way and manage all these things in the most simple way. So it's complicated.
Lando Norris there, explaining the very complicated rules. Mark, anything to add? Has he nailed it there?
It's such a complicated set of rules. And if you're a team and a driver, if you're in the competitive sense here, there's been so much to do. I mean, you talk about wintering well. Their winter has been very difficult because they've had to figure this out. Not just the technology, but now we've developed and produced this technology. It's in these cars. Now we've got to work out how to use it. So as Lando alluded to there, we've now got almost a 50-50 split between the electrical side and the combustion engine. That's how we're going to deliver the power through these cars. So it's a hybrid car, much like the ones that many people at home will be driving around in. But we've got much more on the electrical side to play with now. We've also got smaller cars. We referenced how big this 2018 car is behind us. This year, even from last year, they've shrunk in size. And that has had the effect of making them hopefully more nimble around the racetrack, a bit more drivable, which is great, but also a lot less downforce. There is a lot less downforce coming from the size of the wings, the size of the floor. So we've got a car that's got huge power, not enough grip. That's going to be interesting. We're going to see cars sliding, we're going to see wheels spinning up, but the power comes in a very, very different way. And that's the thing that Lando's referencing there, how they have to manage the deployment of all of the energy they have coming from a petrol tank and a combustion engine and an electrical battery and electric motor. It's a different way of going racing.
But Palmer, are we going to get good racing? Why have we done this? Why have we hit the big reset button almost? So you've seen testing. Are we going to get wheel-to-wheel action? Are we going to see lots of overtakes? Is this what it's all for?
Well, it's for sustainable reasons as well. Moving towards 50-50 split, more electric power, bigger emphasis on hybrid, the road relevance and all of that. Sustainable fuels are a side thing that are in amongst a huge amount of different changes as well. So there's a bigger picture here, and the F1 regs have been changed every so often throughout the history, really. So it's not necessarily purely to spice the racing up, but hopefully it will spice the racing up a little bit as well. So the pecking order will likely be different from last year, but the racing will also be different. There's no DRS, which is a major change actually in terms of how races are run on Sundays. For anyone tuning in, watching, you'll be able to see what looks like DRS working, but it's now called active aero, and that's where the rear wing and the front wing both have a flap down to basically reduce drag. But everyone does that all of the time. So there is no gain really in doing that. That's just something that happens, and it means that the speed comes up on the straights. To overtake now, there is something called overtake.
No.
Yeah, you won't believe it. But this is the new DRS basically. So if you're within 1 second of the car ahead, it gives you extra energy that you can deploy effectively. So you'll need to recharge, you'll need to harvest the energy, but then you get a little bit more that you can deploy. And so effectively your overtaking tools are done now on the battery. Formula 1 2026 is going to be quite a lot about the battery. That's what Lando was explaining. That is the massive emphasis. Yes, the cars are different. There's less downforce. They're more nimble. They're different to drive. The ways of engineering is different. There's no ground effect. It's very different. But the biggest thing is the power units. And if we get good racing or not, it's going to come down to energy deployment, harvesting energy, and being tactical with when you use it.
And I think the argument for good racing here is that we're going to have, in previous eras, you sort of build a car as a team, you drop it onto the racetrack at the first race, you sort of know the pecking order because everyone's got a certain amount of performance. Yeah, you tweak it and you improve it over the year. But during a Grand Prix, we know that this car's fastest, this car's slowest. What's going to happen this year is that performance is going to swing dramatically even during a lap, let alone a race, as the battery depletes and then is recharged and through the harvesting process. You bear in mind, half of your power is coming from that battery. So you could find a point in a lap where a car has a depleted battery, having used it all down a straight. If someone else has got a full battery, they've got twice as much power as you. That could provide some really interesting racing.
Welcome back to the Jakeman's Community Stadium, where Boston United are trailing Woking by 2-1. As the Pilgrims, can they get themselves back into this game? They've played well in patches, they've also struggled in patches of the match as well. Woking, the visitors, are actually making a change at half-time with Roy Seiler, who was one of the players replaced from Saturday, and he is coming on for Timmy Akinola, who has been excellent, but was on a yellow card, Peter Costello.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether he got a knock as well, but yeah, he had a good first half, didn't he? So that's a bit of a surprise.
So Boston United, remind you of their team, 2 changes from that side that beat Forest Green last weekend, with a new goalkeeper, Dan Cameron, signed on loan from Sunderland, replacing Rhys Lovett, and Greg Sloggett replaced by Kenna Both. The team in full: Cameron in goal, back four of Teal, Rooney, Grimes and Carson. In midfield it's Richards and Gallagher, with Hawula, Maguire and a bow in attack behind the Boston United goalscorer Tom Curzon's on the bench for Boston United. Rhys Lovett, Kieran Donnelly, Alex Langshire, Liam McCarron, Marcel Lavenir, Greg Sloggett and new signing Luca Barrington. Looking forward to see how the subs impact the game. Boston have kicked us off and they've got the ball at the moment here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Commentary team Dale Story and the former Pilgrim Peter Costello. But the Pilgrims have given the ball away. It's Woking that are coming forward, and that's the ball out to the left-hand side now, and it's O'Brien, his goal, that separates the two teams. He's overrun that it goes out for a goal kick. I tell you what though, it was whipped in, and they got a shot towards goal. The keeper's reflexes there were very good.
Wasn't it?
So Peter, we touched on it before half-time, but what do you feel the message will be from Paul Hurst?
Well, if you look at their goals, it kind of come from nothing, didn't they? A couple of breakaways. It weren't like concerted pressure where you think Boston did concede. So put those to one side. You know, for like 20-25 minutes in that first half when they were 1-0 down, they played well. They were probing, lacked that killer punch, but great goal. More of the same. Just, you know, get that second goal for Woking out of your head and be on the front foot.
Woking, who 7 of their 10 wins this season have come on the road, they certainly seem to play better away, but they come into this game really out of form. 4 defeats in 5, including that cup exit, but change of management: Craig Ross, Jake Hyde and Dale Gorman, all in a trio of people in charge for the visitors, and it's so far so good for them. But Boston United have got it now with Curzon's, can't quite get there. Woking winning back, that's a lovely 1-2 in front of their own fans, and Boston have got some defending to do. It's a cross into the area that's headed away by Grimes, and then Rooney gets a second head onto it. But Woking will fancy that third goal, I'm sure, and it's with Beautyman, the skipper, brought back in today. He's missed the last couple of games. Ball forward from Woking, he's cleared away eventually by Gallagher up to Curzon's. It's headed forward though by the visitors, and now it's O'Brien. He plays the ball in, and there's a real chance here. It's a great tackle. What a tackle that is from the skipper Grimes, because for a second there it looked like Sanderson was going to shoot and probably score.
Brilliant sliding tackle from Grimes. I think I was seeing Gallagher there. I don't know if he thought he was offside, but he just let the ball go. He could have headed it away. I think that's what Grimes was saying when he did the sliding tackle.
Play to the whistle. Corner to Woking, and again rush to take this. Aaron Drew will take it. It's going to be fascinating how he goes about his game in this second half. He's been up against Kennebo and got booked for kicking the ball away just before half-time. Drew to take this corner. We're already 4 minutes into this second half. It's whipped in, goalkeeper comes out and punches it, and then volley towards goal, and just over. Well, for a second there, and he's Seiler, the sub. I thought that was going in.
What a strike that was.
It's a great effort.
Could the keeper have caught it? Maybe not, but it's a great strike, and it's only about a foot over the bar.
Dan Cameron, so United keeper with this kick, all in great. Goes on towards Curzon's. Richards plays the ball forward for Boston to a bow, and Maguire play a lovely 1-2 now. Cannabo up against Drew on the left hand side. There's an overlapping run being made by Carson. He goes out for a throw in to Boston United. Not quite sure that was. Oh, it's a corner which Boston United have taken quickly. It's with a bow now on the left hand side, trying to make himself space. Just chips the ball in, but it's gone out of play for a goal kick, and they've completely wasted that corner.
You just want to come back on his right foot and just whip that ball in there. You don't really need to beat him there. So get half a yard and whip it in. But as you said, get a corner. Don't think the short one was really on there.
No, and you know, by taking it quick, it didn't allow Rooney, Grimes, Gallagher to get forward,
absolutely.
did it? Willie Jääskeläinen, who was frustrating a few of the Boston United fans by not being in a hurry, shall we say, with every goal kick in the first half. His kick is headed away by Grimes. A bow hooks that ball forward, but then it comes to Rooney, a man that's impressed my co-commentator this evening. Jake Rooney goes back to his goalkeeper Cameron, and he goes long. Kersons will try and win this one. It's headed away by Ockley. Andrews picks it up in midfield, the former Grimsby town man. Beautyman, now he's telling his man to come forward, and Carson's got to get this one right here up against Gabode, and in the end he's fouled by the Woking man. Free kick to Boston.
I'm not sure that was a foul. I thought they just passed it back to his goalkeeper there. I think he got away with one there a little bit. Be careful there, Matty Carson.
A couple of goals in the Premier League. Dewsbury Hall has made it 2-0 to Everton against Burnley. Now Leeds United against Sunderland. Peter, I mentioned I've got a friend listening who banned me from talking about the Leeds score, so I shall keep my promise. But Leeds have taken a 1-0 lead. Wrote on with the goal against Sunderland. 64 minutes played. Leeds 1, Sunderland 0. I don't think he'll mind me saying that score. As Boston United are looking to try and get themselves back into this game. They trail by 2-1 here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Sanderson, one of the goal scorers for Woking, is dispossessed well by Rooney. Plays the ball forward to Kersons, back to Rooney, but he's dispossessed. Sanderson turning and getting away from Jordan Richards, who fouls his man. Free kick. Ollie Sanderson, the Fulham loanee. 8 goals to his name this season, including the one tonight. And they've shown that they've got some real attacking threat, haven't they, Woking?
It started all right this second half. I think they're playing a few more shorter passes as well.
I feel like they sense a third goal.
They started really well this second half.
Certainly have. Very similar to how the first half started, except Woking did score 2 minutes into the half. And they have a free kick here, and again the big men are up. Certainly been an aerial battle at times for Boston United, and at times they have certainly struggled. It'll be Andrews with this free kick, whipped in, headed away by Gallagher, and Richards hooks the second ball clear. Woking are going to start again. They're down the right this time. Richards for them plays it forward. Grimes has got to come across here. It's a heavy touch. Grimes, and in the end he concedes a throw, and he felt he was fouled by Beautyman, but it's a throw in, and they have a long throw. Whether Andrews, yes, he is coming across to take it.
Any chance they get, they stick it in the box. Something that's what they've done all evening. You can't blame them because it's working for them.
They've done it very effectively. It will be Andrews to take here on Hope and Glory. Boston United 1, Woking 2. Woking looking for a third. It's Andrews with this long throw, and doesn't quite reach the 6-yard box. Boston clear through Kersons, and it came off a Woking man. Boston have a throw in on the halfway line. Maguire looking to try and take a quick one. The ball's ended up in the visiting team's dugout, and Maguire lets Carson take it as Boston United get their shape sorted. Carson goes down the line, doesn't quite reach his man, but Maguire picks the ball up. Is dispossessed. Woking, who I feel have grown in confidence in this second half in particular, was saying that they're giving the ball away, and then Kersons tried to chip it through to Maguire, who's overhit it. It'll go through to Jääskeläinen.
I don't think Maguire was going to get on with that one anyway, was he? Just take a touch there. Keep the ball. At the moment, Boston can't get hold of the ball at all.
No, they can't. As Woking lead 2-1. Ross United back in action on Saturday, away at Rochdale. Full watch commentary on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Mark Clifford will be alongside myself for that one. As the Pilgrims looking to get back into this game. Maguire, ball out to the left-hand side. There's 2 players on the halfway line on the floor here, but a bow has it left-hand side. He's into the penalty area now to Maguire. He tried to kind of dink that ball forward, and he's overhit it. Then he goes out for a goal kick. Carson made the run. The pass was on.
I don't think he needed to dink it in the air. To be fair, I think it's just come off his ankle, hasn't it? He just missed it. Very unlike him as well. Don't think it was that difficult a ball. It's a little side foot ball inside the fullback.
And it'll be a goal kick to be taken by Jääskeläinen, again in no hurry, and we can blame him. And long ball from Jääskeläinen, headed away by Grimes. Maguire now battling to pick the ball up, plays it forward. Kersons, sure, that's a foul. He wins a free kick, and
I've got no idea why he's not going to give a yellow card for that.
Well, again, he's away.
He is. I think, but the only reason he's give that
that Ockley?
Boston players have got to be careful to obviously appeal to get someone a yellow card. You don't really want to do that, but he wasn't going to do it.
So all that talk of Leeds is still 0-0. Goal was disallowed for offside.
I bet your mate's really happy with you.
I could picture him. I could really picture him. So anyway, yeah.
Rid of people throwing things at the TV. He's just throwing things at the radio.
Or when he next sees me, just throw things at me. Boston have a free kick. Carson to take it into the penalty area. It's headed away. Richards tries to get it back into the area. Now it's with Rooney. Just to the right-hand side, another cross into the air. It comes off a Woking head. It's high in the air. It's Boston. Curzon's brought that down well and just couldn't quite get his shot away. Now the referee's got in the way, and he's going to have to do a drop ball for Woking. It kind of breaks the momentum there.
It's another poor cross from Boston, wasn't it?
Yep.
Can't miss that first man.
Well, Boston United fans have not been impressed with the officiating tonight. There's been some strange decisions, shall we say, as the evening's gone on. Nothing comes of Woking getting that drop ball. It's all the way through with Dan Cameron. Rooney for Boston United plays it long towards Curzon, who wins it and heads it back to Maguire, who's over on the right-hand side now, trying to make himself some space for a cross. Frankie Maguire, remember, just joining us. He got a cut to his head in the first half as he wins Boston United throw. So he's wearing a white bandage, had to go off. He was only off for about a minute. Had a head injury a few weeks ago. I think it was against West Ham, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. That was a hamstring, I think. But anyway, Boston coming forward now. Grimes, crowd urging him to shoot, but he plays the ball to the left-hand side. Carson crosses it into the area, and it's... Well, Curzon's flung himself at it. He's on the floor, and it's obviously come off the defender by the reaction of everybody. Referee's given a goal kick.
After the... I wonder if he'd been stamped on after the ball's gone out. They're asking for something, aren't they?
I think they want a corner. Player reactions always are very interesting.
It's a great ball in by Matty Carson. It's a first...
At last.
First great, yeah, absolutely. That could have gone anywhere.
And now after all that, it's Leeds 0, Sunderland 1. Diarra with a penalty for Sunderland.
Keep digging that hole, Dale. Keep digging that hole.
Well, I feel like I've lost a friend this evening. But anyway, here it's Boston 1, Woking 2, and again, not quite sure what was wrong down there, but Boston players were adamant. I think they wanted a corner. Peter's not sure if there was a potential follow through, but anyway, Curzon's against Ockley. Ockley's also on a yellow card now. He hooks it forward. Rooney will head that back to his goalkeeper. And we've had 58 minutes gone, and it's 2-1 to Woking. Gallagher plays the ball forward to Hawula. Heavy touch from Jordi Hawula, but he does win it back. Maguire plays it down the line, intercepted by Akinola. Just the one Akinola on now for Woking, and they play the ball down the line. Rooney does well to get there. I agree with you. I think he's been really good, Jake Rooney.
Yeah, he's been outstanding.
It's cleared away by the goalkeeper. Maguire lays it off to Gallagher. It's a good ball out to the right hand side where Teal is making a run forward here for Boston United. Can he deliver a good cross in? It comes towards Maguire. It's cleared away. Comes to the edge of the area now. Gallagher brings it down. It was a heavy touch from Gallagher, and now he's dispossessed, and Woking just got a little bit scrappy. Certainly the crowd are getting very annoyed with the referee, but Boston United are trailing by 2-1. And it's Woking that have it over on their left, and Ockley brings the ball forward. It's a long one forward towards this left-hand side. Boston win it back, and it's that's gone out. Well, I think that sums it up really. So Abo passed the ball back to Carson. The ball went out right next to the linesman, who didn't flag the referee, blew his whistle to give the throw. Who's further away?
And not on the line.
No. Anyway, Boston win the ball back with Ken Abo. Plays the ball forward. Again, the fans want a foul on Curzon's. The referee not interested. It's now O'Brien for Woking. Crosses the ball into the area towards Beautyman. It went over his head, but Harry Beautyman, the skipper for Woking, will keep it in. Andrews Woking Boston have just got to keep the heads here, haven't they, Peter?
I think, to be fair, if it does go end to end, that should suit Boston, because obviously you get spaces, there's room for players to play.
To ball forward that Grimes had to take control of and win a free kick. Win a goal kick, I should say.
Well, Woking have definitely not sat back at the moment.
A couple of goals in the National League. Boreham would have levelled against York, which means Rochdale, who've taken the lead now against Brackley, will go back on top. We could have a day on BBC Radio Lincolnshire where both our sides are going to the league leaders. We'll see how that one pans out. And it's Wealdstone 1, Morecambe 3. Third, Wealdstone were beating Morecambe at one point. And Yeovil lead Tamworth by 2-0. If Boston were to turn this one around, they would go back up to 10th. It feels quite a long way off though at the moment as Carson plays the ball forward to Maguire, left hand side. Good touch from Frankie Maguire, trying to make space. He's dispossessed well by the Woking defender Seiler. He's the man that came on at half time, and that's a foul by Grimes. That's a yellow card for Grimes.
Thy shall not pass
For a foul on Gabode. It was one of them. The ball was going past the player, certainly wasn't. Gabode is rolling around right in front of us here. I mean, at one point he kind of was tempting a backward roll, it seemed. And he's okay, which has got the crowd going. It's a yellow card for Grimes. Can't really argue with that one.
No.
It was your no-nonsense centre-half tackle from the Boston United skipper. And 62 minutes gone. Andrews will take this free kick. Boston 1, Woking 2 on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. I think it's more the reaction of the player that got the crowd going than the actual tackle, wasn't it?
Well, I think just said you start laughing, they just see him doing a little something on the floor there.
So Andrews with this free kick for the Cardinals, looking for a third goal here against Boston. Plays it, it's headed towards goal, and then the flag goes up.
Yeah.
Boston struggled to deal with the first one, and the sarcastic applause from the Boston United fans for the linesman.
We've not been as dominant this game, have we, from set pieces? We've struggled a little bit. They've put some quality in.
Well, we're going to get the first Boston United change and a debut for Luca Barrington wearing the number 7, coming on for Geordie Hewell. I feel that it's a game Geordie Hewell has really struggled to get into. His form lately has improved, but tonight's not been his night.
No, it's not really got on the ball, has he? And again, I think that's that same old thing I keep saying, that sometimes where, yes, you want to play at a good tempo, but he just rushes things sometimes, just that little bit rushed.
So Luca Barrington signed this week. Last club was Grimsby. Played 43 times for the Mariners last season. He's gone across to the right hand side. Former Brighton and Man City man. Age 21, wearing the number 7. And Paul Hurst bringing in width. And we're going to see what he's got, but it's a Bow, speaking of width, down the left hand side now. He's done really well. Kenna Bow, he's inside the area. Can he get the pull back right? He can. Shot from Maguire, hits the crossbar, comes out to Gallagher on the edge of the area. Can Boston get another shot away here? It's great play by Kenna Bow, and Maguire will be so disappointed he's not scored. He's crashed it against the bar. Boston coming forward again now. Maguire drills it across. 2-2. Frankie Maguire. It's a great effort from the left-hand side. He was swept through by a Bow, and he fires Boston United level. Boston 2, Woking 2.
Well, Frankie Maguire was disappointed for about 10 seconds, wasn't he? To be fair, he's hit the bar with his right foot, but he's got to get it on target. Hitting the bar's not on target, so he'd be really disappointed with that. Left foot finish across the keeper into the keeper's left, brilliant. And I tell you what, we said in the first half about Drew, right back. He's on a yellow card. A ball went down the right hand side of him. He dared put a challenge in. He's gone past him. The ball's done really well. It's been a great battle with those two tonight. It's a great finish from Frankie Maguire. Game on.
2-2 here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Maguire is his 6th goal of the season. He's in great form at the moment.
We both stood up there, Dale, didn't we? We're up.
Yeah, my knee's hurting. You know.
Got a bit of cramp, yeah?
It's my age. Goodness me, Woking with the kick-off there, went back to Jaskalainen, was nearly charged down by Curzons, and now it's anyone's guess really which way this game's going, because I feel Woking have started the second half the brighter, but very similar to the first half. Boston have got better. They've got themselves a goal. 2-2. Woking have a throw in on the left-hand side. Thrown into Andrews this time. He didn't take the long one. He chips the ball forward, and Boston just need to clear this one through Connor Till, and that's what they do. So we get to see really what Barrington can offer. He's not touched the ball yet, the number 7.
It's really important, Boston, now. Keep passing the ball, keep it moving.
And the pass from Abo to Maguire, not from the bar. The goal was excellent, and now they're coming forward again, and that's the ball they've got to target out to Abo. Intercepted this time, but Maguire has it for Boston United coming forward. Plays that ball through towards Cousins with the shot. Brilliant block from the defender, and Woking will clear, but Abo has won it back for Boston United on the left-hand side. Pulls it back to Frankie Maguire, gets it onto his right foot. Now it's onto his left. Maguire still going. Maguire with the cross, gathered in by the keeper.
He's on fire, isn't he? He's enjoying himself, isn't he?
What a player!
As soon as Maguire gets it, he's in that like Dalglish role, isn't he? And Curson's his rush. I'm showing my age now. Curson just sets off. As soon as Maguire gets it, he just plays that little ball around the corner. Fantastic.
I can't remember seeing Dalglish playing I've seen him manage.
The first game I ever went to, football match, was Liverpool versus Luton. Ian Rush scored 4. That's a good game to go, isn't it?
We'll go through my first game in a minute, but it's Woking. They're coming for a ball into the area. Oh, that's brilliant defending. It was Connor Till that had to come across, and he's just got there in front of the striker, who's then, it must have come off him because the referee has given a goal kick.
Connor Till's done absolutely fantastic there. He's been bright, he's not getting across him. He's coming from his full-back position brilliantly. Great defending from him.
Really good. My first game, Lincoln City 2, Rochdale 0, 1998. There you go. There you go. Just thought I'd tell you that. Mark Hone, our colleague at Radio Lincolnshire, was suspended for Lincoln that game. That's the only thing I can remember. Anyway, Boston United giving away a free kick inside the Woking half. So Jaskalainen will come up to take this. They're preparing another change themselves, and we're going to see Jack Turner come on soon. And well, it's certainly been an entertaining game here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. 2-2 between Boston United and Woking. We'll have a reaction to this at the end from Paul Hurst and one of the Boston United players as Jaskalainen takes the free kick into the penalty area, and it's eluded everybody, and Carson will come across and then slipped. Manages to clear for the Pilgrims towards a boat. Just one back. Boston battling away to win this, but it's with Gabode down the right-hand side now. Carson stumbling, but does well to block the cross and concede a corner.
Well, did well there, didn't he? Carson slipped. He did great recovery. Just needs to dink that to the far post there.
If you don't get a chance to hear the reaction for this game at the end of the show on BBC Radio Lincolnshire on Hope and Glory, the Boston United podcast will be up later this evening. Go on to BBC Sound, search Boston United for all the latest. There'll be all the previewing of Rochdale as well to come later in the week. Here it's 2-2 and Woking have a corner. We've had 68 minutes. In comes the corner and lands on top of the net, and it's one of the most frustrating things to see.
Just a waste, isn't it?
That and that where it gets to the first man.
Yeah, they've been causing problems, haven't they? All night with their set pieces. It's the last thing you want to see.
So Aidan O'Brien, whose goal put Woking in front with a lot of luck through the deflection. As we get the attendance.
Which includes 23 visitors, is 1,565. 1565.
Christian announcing there 1565 with 23 visitors.
There must have been 6 people having a pie then.
Yeah. So I think when you see numbers like that, though, I think it's fantastic. I really do. What a wonderful set of support that is, the 23 here on a Tuesday night. Anyway, Boston United have won themselves a throw-in on the left-hand side, which they've taken quickly to Maguire. Every time he gets the ball, they're struggling to deal with it. Back to a bow. Now Maguire, both of them out there on the left-hand side. Can Boston deliver across? They can from Maguire, but it's gathered in by Jaskalainen.
Just wants the ball all the time, doesn't he, Frankie Maguire? Just
some player. Ball forward's headed away by Rooney, who has stayed down. Keep an eye on that, Rooney. There's no challenge or anything, he just headed it away, and he landed awkwardly. Ball forward to Andrews. Rooney gingerly getting back onto his feet. I'm sure he's going to try and run off whatever he's done. As Woking have the ball. 20 minutes still to play here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. 2-2 between Boston United and Woking. said before the game, didn't think there'd be a lot between the two teams. And that's how it's proven. It's been very entertaining. As Rooney goes back down, Woking have a man down as well. I think it's Sanderson. So just seeing if there's going to receive any treatment. Paul Hurst is actually in his dugout at the moment. And referee just having a chat with Jake Rooney. And he's got back up. Not going to receive any treatment. I mean, you've mentioned Rooney a few times tonight, Peter. He's just looked so assured, hasn't he?
He's read the game really well tonight. I think he's done better on the ball when he's come out from defence as well. Thought him, Frankie Maguire's done well, Boa's done well as well. And your man Kerson's has lasted a little win, hasn't he?
Oh, just such a good goal. Such a good goal. Both the goals from Boston, from a Boston United point of view, have been excellent. Woking take the throw in front of their 23 fans, who I'm sure they're enjoying what they've seen from their team as well. Trying to switch it out to Road on this left-hand side. Carson wins it back, plays the ball forward to Barrington. And Boston United have it now with Carson, plays the ball. It's a good ball down to Maguire. Chests it forward. Frankie Maguire up against Ockley. Frankie Maguire's on his right foot. Comes inside. Frankie Maguire still going.
Brilliant.
Oh, his pass just over here. We went between Richards and Gallagher, but Gallagher will pick it up for Boston United. Finds Teal. Now Rooney, who seems to be okay. Jake Rooney, the Derby County loanee. Jordan Richards is Boston's last man, but manages to play it across to the skipper Grimes, and Boston United will start again. Grimes goes long towards Kersons, who wins the header. Now Gallagher's offside. Oh, that was tight.
Yeah, I don't know if the left back was playing him on there. I'll tell you what, Frankie Maguire is what you call him in the zone at the moment. He's just playing it. He's absolutely outstanding. The last 5 or 10 minutes, he just sees a picture, doesn't it? Every time he gets the ball. I mean,
they're scared of him as well.
How old is Frankie Maguire?
How old?
Yeah, that's a question for you.
20. In his 20s.
20, yeah.
In his 20s.
Should just leave it at 20.
There's a man to your right, they'll definitely know.
The reason I say that, I mean, if he's in his early 20s, he should be playing at high level, as far as I'm concerned. He's just got the brain for it as well.
Certainly have. Thank you for, as Woking come forward, Richards wins it back. Yes, thank you for pointing out my lack of knowledge there, Peter. Really appreciate that, mate.
So, let's just say he's 20.
In his 20s will do. You watch, he'll be 31. I'm sure he isn't. Abo now coming forward. He's eluded one tackle, so going down the left-hand side, comes inside. Kenna Bowen was just crowded out, but Richards does really well to play the ball to the left-hand side. Carson with the cross, cleared away by Woking. Abo battling to win this back for Boston United. Woking have done well here to clear, and it's a slice clearance as Paul Hurst shows his touch there. A left-footed pass
never lose
back
it.
on the pitch.
Never lose it.
And we are going to get a yellow card here for number 26, Gabo, for that attempted tackle on Abo. But Paul Hurst, it's always interesting that when managers attempt to touch and it goes wrong. But Paul Hurst still got it. Still got a couple of goals in the National League. Hartlepool 0, Sutton 1, and Southend have equalised against Truro. So Peter Costello, I've worked out how old Frankie Maguire is. It's just come to me.
Okay.
I think he's 22.
Okay, I believe you.
No, Peter Costello's just shown me his phone where he's looked
you
up.
You didn't have to give that away.
Now then, the fans are not happy again because the foul this time by Rooney on Sanderson on the halfway line. Sanderson was looking to break away, and he has won a free kick inside the centre circle. So Boston United just want to get their shape sorted. We've still got plenty of time to find a winner in this match. 2-2. We'll have all the reaction to it to come here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Jääskeläinen to take this one. Grimes heads away for Boston United, towering above his man there, Grimes, and Carson smashes the ball clear. Barrington looking to try and press here. Andrews, and Barrington he got there and then lost it, and then that's surely a yellow card for Andrews. Foul on Curzons, who did really want to nick the ball there, and again he was away down the right. This time it's a yellow card, and it's for the number 6, Jamie Andrews.
Barrington read that really well, didn't he? He was really lucky not to just get a touch on that and was away.
Looks fast.
With 2v1, yeah. Read it well as well.
So Boston United have got a quarter of an hour. They can find a winner here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Next game away at Rochdale. It's going to be a real super Saturday on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Cardiff Lincoln. We're previewing that all week, as well as Rochdale Boston on Hope and Glory, BBC Radio Lincolnshire. But they have a free kick, which Maguire is going to take over on that right hand side. Plenty of options. Can he deliver the quality? He plays it along to Carson on the left to change the angle for Boston United. They often do. Chipped into the penalty area. Gallagher is bundled to the floor. I think it was 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah, I think it was Gallagher doing the pulling.
Teal brings the ball down there for Boston United. Goes out for a throw in. And it looks like Woking are getting another substitute ready. Boston United seem happy with, and they certainly, with this 11 they've got on, certainly look a threat, the Pilgrims. I wouldn't say there's any weak links at the moment that you change. Are we going to get a winner? Ball down the line is headed away, so they'll start again. Woking with Seiler under pressure from Frankie Maguire and plays it back to Ockley. His ball across to number 2 Aaron Drew. Long ball forward, cleared away by Grimes, who kind of sliced that one. It lands on top of the stand that we're sat in here at the Jakeman's. Myself, Del Story, and Peter Costello, the commentary team for BBC Radio Lincolnshire, and again not choosing to do the long throw this time. It'll be a throw in by Drew. Probably just a little bit far out for the long one, so Drew will throw it down the line. Sanderson does well to flick on, but Carson has won it back for Boston United. Plays the ball down the line towards Kersons, and the defence there had no idea where he was and just clear it for a throw. Great play from Kersons. Boston take the throw in quickly from Maguire to Kersons, back to Frankie Maguire. Now gets it onto his right foot. A bow on the edge of the area. Now he's inside the penalty area on the left hand side. Kennebeau twisting, turning back to Maguire on the edge. Getting it onto his right foot now, Frankie Maguire trying to find space for shoot, but he can't, so he plays it across to Oshin Gallagher on the right hand side. He's got Teal making a run forward. That's a great ball to Teal inside the area, pulls it back, it's intercepted. Boston trying to win the second ball, they can't. Now to Richards on the edge of the area, goes back to Gallagher. It's a really good run that from Connor Teal.
It's a great ball into him. It's just his final pass tonight, isn't it? It's just not been there.
Richards now for Boston United. Clever ball to Barrington. Maguire just dinks that ball in again towards Curzons, who quite control it. Woking come away, but Rooney will go across and win Boston United a throw in, will he? Yes, he will. Great play by Rooney, and he wanted to take the throw in quickly, but Woking are preparing another sub, and Matt Ward is going to come on for Joe Gabode. Do you feel that tiredness maybe is kicking in for Woking? You mentioned it a couple of times.
In the first half, yeah. You just see the last 5 minutes, that intensity. Boston have got a lot of possession at the moment, haven't they? Where they didn't really have that the first half because they was under pressure all the time. Just keep the ball moving, keep the ball moving.
Well, Gabode was the man that frustrated a lot of Boston fans by being injured, not being injured, shall we say, in front of us here in the main stand at the Jakeman's. Boston have a throw-in on the right. Teal to take, 2-2. Can either of these sides find themselves a winner? Teal just looking at his options here for Boston. I'm very happy for him to finally get on with it, I think. It must be a long time taking it, Connor Teal, but eventually he does and goes back to Jake Rooney. And that's with Jamie Grimes for Boston United. Carson plays that ball forward towards Maguire. It's headed away, and that looked like a shove from Jordan Richards, but referee not interested, and Boston keep possession. Carson goes back to Grimes, number 23 for Boston United. Rooney looks to switch it across to the left hand side, where it's a great ball, and Carson's able to bring the ball forward. Plays it to a bow on the left hand side, running towards the penalty area. Now he finds Carson, who's made the overlapping run, drills the ball in, and it was Jordan Richards coming in, I think.
I think it was Luke Barrington. You're
absolutely right, it is Barrington.
He had a chance, you know.
And it was whipped in, but he probably feel he should have done better.
Matty Carson's done great there. He's followed his pass, hasn't he? Just kept on running. Good ball from Rooney to begin the move. Yeah, that's a chance. Just got too much on it. Just needs to glance for that.
Jaskalainen again, not in a hurry to take this goal kick for Woking. Here he goes long. Won by Rooney, heads it forward. It's a good header to Curzons. Does really well to hold the ball up, but then he is dispossessed by Andrews. Boston winner throwing in the right back position, and not quite sure what the referee's point. He's telling them to go back. So instead of moving the yards back, Connaughton just throws the ball backwards into play. Boston will start again from the back. Carson in the left back area. Back to Grimes under a bit of pressure, goes long towards Maguire, as well intercepted. Richards picks it up in midfield though, plays the ball out to a Bow on the left hand side. Drew read that really well and clears for a throw in. Maguire looking to take the quick throw in for Boston United, and he does, but goes backwards to Matty Carson. 2-2 here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Boston twice coming from behind, just like they did last season in this fixture. And it's 2-2 as Rooney switches the ball out to the left towards a Bow, headed away by Drew again, who then slips. Much to the enjoyment of the Boston fans nearby. He's thrown in from Carson to Maguire. Bounce of the ball there. Maguire just couldn't quite control it, and Woking bring the ball away. Andrews is dispossessed by Gallagher, but manages to get the ball out to Richards. Plays it down the left hand side to Buteman, up against Rooney, but Rooney uses his strength and sees that ball out.
He's in cruise control tonight, isn't he? He's just reading
Rooney.
the game so well. Yeah, he's done really, really well.
Wealdstone have pulled a goal back against Morecambe. It's now 3-2 to the Shrimpers, and Rochdale have added a third against Brackley, so they will go in to the Boston United match, it seems, on the back of a win, and at the moment are heading back to the top of the table. Maguire, it's a good ball out to the left hand side to a Bow, looking to run at Drew trying to show him wide. Ken Bow comes in onto his right foot, he's dispossessed, but it comes back to Carson, just chips that ball in. Ockley gets his head to the ball, then Maguire attempts the volley. It's cleared away by Woking. Boston will start again with their goalkeeper Cameron, just short ball to Grimes. They've looked such a threat down this left hand side this second half, Boston United. Carson back to Grimes, back to the goalkeeper Dan Cameron.
Getting so much ball to Bow in this second half, because obviously Drew's just scared of that, getting that second yellow, isn't he? He's just letting him get the ball to feet, causing problems.
Well, they're trying to double up on him a couple of times, they've just not managed it. As Gallagher does really well in midfield here, and he's fouled. Surely that's a yellow card for Seiler. Well, I say surely it's a yellow card, and it isn't. I just don't understand. I think
bizarre,
3 or 4 times tonight they've been blatant obvious.
He's going to be running at those back four, man over.
Ridiculous. So anyway, free kick to Boston United inside the centre circle. 2-2 as they are preparing Kieran Donnelly. I think he's going to come on for Curzons. Peter?
Yeah, he's looking a little bit leggy the last 5 minutes.
One thing that
played a lot of games recently, hasn't he? Done really well.
Well, Tom Curzons is the man coming off, and again has shown bits of brilliance. His goal was outstanding.
Yeah, his goal's brilliant. I mean, he's done okay. He's held the ball up quite well. He's not had his best of games, you know, overall. But I tell you what, you keep scoring like that, I don't think the manager will mind.
7 in 7 for Tom Curzons. Can he add to that at Rochdale on Saturday? Look forward to finding out. But at the moment, Boston have a free kick, so they look to try and win this game. Can they do it? It's out to Maguire. Chips the ball in towards that back post. Jaskalainen comes out and gathers well. 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, I should say, to go. Jaskalainen goes long. Carson's going to let this one bounce. He's judged that one, Carson, and Woking win the ball, but then it comes off Richards and goes out for a throw in.
Second half's gone so quick. I cannot believe there's only 6 minutes left.
It's been a good game.
It's been a really good game.
And he's got colder. Just thought I'd mention the weather there, Peter. It has got colder as the game's gone on. But it's 2-2 and it's been a good game as Ward coming forward now for the visitors. Finds Richards. Now it goes up to the other side. Teal's got some defending to do here. Andrews, it's a low ball in. Boston haven't cleared this, and it will be gathered by the goalkeeper. That could have gone anywhere.
Just had a horrible feeling they were going to score a goal from nothing again there, the way they went in.
It's a great kick from the goalkeeper. Can Donnelly get on the end of this one? Ockley just did enough there, and then Donnelly's done well to get past Ockley as he knows he's dispossessed. Great kick again. We've seen a couple from him, haven't we, this evening? Dan Cameron. His distribution's been excellent. Long ball forward for Teal to deal with and end up back in the hands of Cameron. Just rolls it out to Rooney.
He's got a good stature about him as well, hasn't he, the keeper? He's got a good stature about him, yeah.
Just, and like we say, completely faultless with the two. Got very unlucky with both, actually.
Yeah.
So it looks a decent signing as Grimes plays the ball forward. Maguire let that one go for Donnelly to charge down. He's does that, and it's a throw into Woking. Kieran Donnelly, 8 goals to his name this campaign. He's currently Boston's top scorer, apart from John Lewis, who of course is injured. But I think Curzons might overtake him pretty soon. Donnelly on 8, Curzons on 7. Throw into Woking to be taken by Drew. Carson wins it towards Donnelly, battling away to try and win this, and the referee judges that to be a high foot. Peter Costello shakes his head. We've got lots more reaction to come from Peter Costello before the show ends at 10:30 this evening on BBC Radio Lincolnshire, as well as Paul Hurst, as well as one of the Boston United players. I haven't quite decided who it's going to be yet. Jaskalainen will take this free kick for Woking, and he goes long, and that goes out of play for the Boston United throw, which Carson will take. Throws it down the line towards Donnelly, and then Richards wins it in mid. That's a high foot. Kicked in the face, Jordan Richards, as he headed that ball forward. Boston free kick on the halfway line, as another change is going to be made by Woking, and it's going to be Timmy Odysina to come on for Harry Beautyman. Next time the ball goes out, Boston have taken the free kick, and they're coming forward themselves now. And the ball ends up back with the goalkeeper. That's Barrington under a bit of pressure there. Went back to his keeper, Cameron. Long ball forward towards Donnelly, who's going to try and get there. Defender's done well to head that ball back, gathered in by the keeper.
You can see why he's made that change with Donnelly coming on, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Looks lively, bit of pace there, causing them problems.
Certainly is. And say the Premier League games, the kickoffs a bit earlier. 2 have finished. Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0, and Everton have beaten Burnley by 2-0. Everton backing up that very impressive win at Newcastle with a win against Burnley. Still playing at Leeds, where Sunderland lead 1-0, and still playing at Wolves, but that was a 8:15 kick-off, where it's still 0-0 between Wolves and Liverpool. Richards now for Boston United, just chips that ball forward, but Drew, who I think has dealt with being on a yellow card really well this second half.
They've done well, those two, haven't they? I think probably 50-50. Maybe both done better this second half, but it's been a great battle between the pair of them.
Jaskalainen taking the full 8 seconds that he can, plays it long, headed away by Rooney, and a boat wins the header back to Carsons, who just again goes long. They're relying on the pace of Donnelly. Ockley does really well to head that ball clear. He's on a yellow card, remember, as well, the centre half. Certainly seems to be a tactic that the Boston are using, and now they've got the ball with Jamie Grimes. Takes a couple of touch points where he wants players to go. Full play to the left hand side. Carson, ball forward towards Donnelly, dealt with again by the two, Ockley and Akinola. Donnelly went to charge down and fell over him. Boston United are preparing another sub as well, and I think it's going to be Liam McCarron. It's going to make his home debut. Came on for about 20 minutes at Forest Green last week. It's the Pilgrims coming forward now. Barrington plays it back, and Teal bursting forward for the Pilgrims. Finds Maguire inside the centre circle. Tried to go out to the left hand side, intercepted, so he goes back to Carson. That's a really good ball down the left hand side too. Barrington, who's come across, low ball in, is blocked, and Woking will clear, and then it's hit. And Barrington's offside.
He's unlucky. He's, I don't think he had a chance to get back onside there. Great run from him. Matty Carson's picked him out really well.
It's a great ball. And here comes the changes then, and we're going to see Harry Beautyman, who, you know, I'm a big fan of his. I think he's a very good player. A couple of other scorelines to tell you about then. Ipswich Town and Hull. Remember, the winner of that goes second, and Ipswich have taken the lead against Hull at the moment. And Boreham would have taken the lead against York. York on this incredible unbeaten record are 2-1 down and down to 10 men. Stones has been sent off for York. It will put Rochdale back top as Kennebo comes off for Liam McCarran. And Kennebo is one of the changes today, and he certainly looked lively at times.
Yeah, he's done really well. He was up against a decent right back. They've had a running battle the whole evening. Kennebo got the better of the second half. I think the right back got the better of the first half, but especially being on the yellow card as well. But again, Kennebo has been linking with Frankie McGrath really well, always looking for the ball.
And winning the sponsors player of the match. And so we've had the 90. Fourth official just catching up after making those substitutions. How much stoppage time are we going to get here? Well, he's not sure, and he's still sorting his board. I saw the number 23 there. I'm sure we've not got 23 minutes, but I think Paul Hurst just asking, well, how long is there? I think he just did 5. Pretty sure he did 5. The fourth official. We're into that now.
Fourth official has indicated a minimum of 5 minutes added time.
There it is. 5 minutes for Boston or Woking to find a winner. It's cleared away. Boston have won the ball back though with McCarran, who's on this left-hand side now. Still going, still battling. Boston United. The referees deemed that a foul. No idea why. Why is he giving a foul there?
It wasn't a foul, he just fell over, didn't he? Cowan did really well there as well.
Yep. So, free kick to Woking. 2-2 here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. Both sides have certainly tried to win this game. It's been a lively National League encounter. And Boston go to Rochdale. Woking are entertaining Tamworth in their next game. Long ball for Carson. Make sure that goes out for a Boston United throw-in, which he will take. Are we going to get another twist in the tail this evening at the Jatemans? Carson throws it down the line. Woking do win the ball back. Rooney takes a good touch back to Carson. Now with Grimes. It's actually gone all the way back to goalkeeper Dan Cameron. It's he who goes long, headed away by Akinola. Richards wins it in midfield towards Maguire. Richards will head it forward again. That's a really good turn by the number 11, Matt Ward, down the middle of the pitch here. If he gets this ball right, they'd have been through there, and Grimes has read that very, very well and had to. Barrington has it for Boston United now, making his debut today. Richards just played that ball forward towards Maguire, but it didn't get there. Maguire then fouls his man, free kick to Woking.
Grimes did really well, just marked strong side there. If he was wrong side of his man, then he'd been in big trouble. Always on a great starting position.
Well, Woking have a free kick. Now feel they can maybe grab a winner here. 2 minutes of the added 5 still to play. Boston twice coming from behind. 2-2. Is there a winner for one of these two teams? It's Woking that have the free kick. Andrews to take it, the number 6. So he started first half, he was taking long throws. Hasn't really had the opportunity in this second half. Plays the ball into the penalty area. Rooney heads that ball away. We'll get Peter Costello's player of the match in a minute as Andrews plays the ball in towards Sanderson. Well, there's no flag. He's unmarked, and he's got to do better than there, hasn't he?
Looked offside, but he's got to hit the target. I was waiting for the flag to go up, and he's not. If that would have counted.
Goal kick from the goalkeeper. Donnelly wins in now. It's Woking there that are coming forward again. Ward is lively since coming on, but he's dispossessed by Rooney, who'd come across. Then it's Sanderson that heads it on the goal. Miscommunication there, but Teal just took over and cleared. It goes out for a throw in to Woking. Boston looking to get themselves the draw, at least, here, as we've got about 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer to go. It's thrown down the line, headed away by Grimes, and then Maguire tried to flick that ball on. He couldn't, and Woking will start again. Out to the right-hand side. And it's a throw into Woking, and they're going to go for the long one. Last chance. Here, Boston just need to keep the concentration. Andrews has gone across to take it. We're into the last. You feel this is the last attack of the game. We've had the 5 minutes added on. Andrews with the throw-in, headed away by Connor Teal. Maguire trying to get on the end of that one, but Woking will pump the ball forward, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. I think. Oh no, it's gone out for a throw-in. Sorry, right by the corner flag. Which, well, Boston have managed to gain quite a few yards with this one. We've had the 5 minutes. The last few minutes is kind of just pitted out, this game, really. Long ball forward towards Maguire, cleared away, and there goes the whistle, where Boston United do go 8 games unbeaten in the National League with a 2-2 draw against Woking. Boston twice going behind. Ollie Sanderson on 2 minutes. Boston equalised through Tom Kersons. Then they were behind right on half-time. Aidan O'Brien's deflected effort, but Frankie Maguire midway through the second half, making it 2-2. And Peter Costello, is that a good point, or is it 2 dropped?
No, do you know what? It's a good point. I've just wrote down here, attitude. Brilliant attitude from Boston United players tonight. Honestly, they've gone 1-0 down. They've got a goal out of nothing. They've started well. They've pressed Boston because Boston have been on a good run. They fought back, got themselves level, deservedly so. Looked the stronger team towards the end of the first half, and then they get a goal out of nothing again. They got fortunate. They've gone in 2-1 down. They could have felt sorry for themselves. They've come out, had a right go the second half. Deservedly equalised again. Could have won it. I think it's a point gained. I think they were disappointed with the goals they've given away, Paul Hurst. But I thought the attitude of the Boston United players at the moment is absolutely first class.
And do you feel that's one of the big changes we've seen in the last few weeks?
Yeah, I could just see players enjoying the game, showing for the ball. Frankie Maguire just looks, he's just loving life. He's absolutely outstanding this evening. I think he should be playing at a higher level. I know Boston United fans won't want me saying that, but quite why he's playing at this level, I don't know, because he's got everything upstairs as well. Brilliant performance from him. I thought that was Rooney's best performance I've seen from as well in the Boston United shirt. Aboa did well. Good individual performances. Kerson's another great goal. Lots of positives again, and they fought back from a goal down twice.
Who's your player of the match?
I'm going to give it Frankie Maguire. I thought Rooney was really good. Didn't have a great deal to defend, really. They were just long balls, so he was reading it. He didn't have midfield runners going behind him. He did really well, but Frankie Maguire was outstanding.
And for Boston, what will have frustrated Paul Hurst? He's a very honest guy, and there'll be things that have probably bothered him tonight.
Yeah, I think we got hit on the break a couple of times, didn't we, for the goals? It's just scrappy goals, isn't it? But again, sometimes you get a bit of good fortune. It's a deflection. Matty Carson's got to do better when we're on the attack there. Final balls from both fullbacks weren't great. I think there'll be something which has been really good over recent weeks, the delivery into the box. That was poor tonight from both fullbacks, really.
And I felt Boston United, that a few months ago, this is a game they'd have lost.
Yeah, and also, you said at the start of the game, the performance level is so much higher. I mean, we've sat here and watched games and you just look at them going, and the crowd as well have been looking at it. It's been quiet. It's a decent atmosphere tonight. You just see a difference that there's goals in the team, isn't there? You can see there's goals in the team. We are playing 10 yards further forward. You can see that players are closer together. It's just better all round.
And we mentioned it earlier, but Tom Kersons, I mean, you mentioned it in commentary, one of his quieter games, yet he still pops up with a stunning goal.
I mean, he's just had one chance and he's just lashed in, isn't he?
Exactly,
He's just struck that on his weaker foot, left foot. You'll know better than me.
I think he's good with both feet.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's me saying I don't know what he's...
After that, he is, isn't he?
I've seen him score with
But
both.
yeah, I mean, it's a great finish. Again, it wasn't one of his better all-round performances, but what's that? 7 in 7, you say?
7 in 7.
Yeah, it's what a great start to his career here.
And you just want him to stop scoring now for a little bit, do you?
Well, yeah, because he'll be going with Frankie Maguire.
We'll hear lots more from Peter between now and 10:30 here on BBC Radio Lincolnshire. So we're just going to go through the other results tonight. So it's finished here 2-2 between Boston United and Woking. We've got plenty of reaction to come. We'll hear from Paul Hurst and one of the Boston United players. We're going to head pitch side in a few minutes just to quickly go through the results. So in the Premier League, Bournemouth 0, Brentford 0, Everton 2, Burnley 0 and Leeds 0, Sunderland 1. Wolves and Liverpool are still playing. A win for Liverpool will put them back in the top 4. In the FA Cup, Port Vale and Bristol City have gone to extra time 0-0. The winners of that will play Sunderland in the next round. Ipswich have won the battle at the top of the Championship by a goal to 0, which sees them go second. In League One, Barnsley 0, Wycombe 1. Exeter have bounced back from that hammering by Bolton at the weekend with a 1-1 draw with Burton, and it finished Rotherham 0, Mansfield 0. And then in League 2 it finished Bromley 0, Oldham 0. Chesterfield beat Colchester by 3 goals to 0. Grimsby have beaten Salford by 3 goals to 1. Newport 3, Tranmere 1 and Walsall 0, Fleetwood 1. And then it's been quite a dramatic night in the National League. So Rochdale are now back top. They beat Brackley by 3 goals to 2 as York City lost at Boreham Wood by 3 goals to 2. This long unbeaten record of 23 games for York. So Boston United will go to the league leaders on Saturday. Full match commentary with myself and Mark Clifford from 3 o'clock. A double header on Saturday. Remember, Lincoln City at Cardiff. Other results in the National League: Hartlepool 0, Sutton 2, Southend 1, Truro 1. A real good point for Truro away at playoff chasing Southend. Wilson 2, Morecambe 3 and Yeovil 2, Tamworth 0. And so for anyone asking, Boston United back up to 11th in the table, and the numbers, it's 11 points off the bottom 4, and it is, I'm just working it out, 9 points off the playoffs, in case you were asking. Right, Peter Costello and I are going to go pitch side now to get some reaction. So while we do, we're going to have a little reflection, a little preview of the cricket. And ahead of England's next match in the T20 World Cup semi-final against India, all-rounder Sam Curran has said England will go into the game not fearing anything.
Sam, we're 2 days out from a World Cup semi-final against India in Mumbai. See by the smile on your face, what are the feelings? Is that excitement? Is it nerves? What do you think before that? Yeah, excited. What an opportunity to play, I guess, the hosts in their home ground. Obviously, Wankhede, a very iconic stadium. We're extremely excited. Obviously, a couple of days training now, so yeah, kind of what dreams are made of, really. Semi-final of the World Cup against India. I guess it doesn't really get that much bigger, I guess. It's hopefully we turn up on the night and have a great game. Yeah, it could be loud. The team prepared for that? Do you talk about that sort of thing? Yeah, it's not going to be quiet. I think it's pretty obvious that the crowd's going to be epic, and what an opportunity for us to kind of come out here, and we've played a lot of cricket in India as well, so we know what to expect from them, and I guess a really good team. There'll be pressure all round, so I guess, yeah, huge opportunity, and hopefully it comes good for us. Yeah, England have played India in the last 2 T20 World Cup semi-finals. Is that something you speak about as a